with Speedy and Friends.
Shout out to Maddie. Hey, Wanzer.
Yo.
Can you just
It is
like
now
over that way a
time for
little
the
bit, like
rollout
catty
show.
corner a little bit?
Content
Yeah, there
may
you go.
be a little
There you go.
vulgar,
Yeah. there we
subject
go.
matter
No
may be a
problem.
little rough, but guaranteed to be funny. So sit back, get ready to ride with the rollout show. It is time to laugh.
We are, well, two of us are here. No. It is Roll Out Live with Speedy and Friends. And I be,
Speedy!
you be,
Anthony! I mean, friend!
That was weird.
It's been a couple of days. I forgot how it went. You want to do it again?
now I can't say.
You want to do it
In
again?
the house we got, you already said
Anthony,
Anthony.
I didn't say my last
motherfucker.
name, though. I didn't say my last name. Anthony
I don't
Wanzer
give a fuck about
is
your
in
last
the
name.
building.
You got court cases? I don't even need to give out your last name.
Yeah.
You got a side view of Wanzer. It's not a good look. It's on his bad eyesight.
I told him to sit catty corner.
It's actually my best view.
You want to
This
see
is my best
for
angle.
yourself? Nigga?
That's a good angle.
Shout out to no hairline.
Yeah.
At the marble table, the one, the only, the young.
Shalom to the people.
What it do, son?
Chilling.
Hey, man, I had to clean up, man. You probably gonna get a whooping.
You guys are adults. You guys should clean up after yourselves.
I was clean when I left.
I can't clean up after men. That's weird. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
So
cleaning up when I left.
it's,
I hire somebody. So.
I don't sit over there. So if it's dirty over there,
You
it's,
got a point.
Yeah, it's just y'all. So I don't know what to tell you.
A lot of stuff.
Yeah.
It's usually snacks.
I'd sit nowhere near that corner. Wasn't me.
Anyway,
Wasn't me.
it is Wednesday, the 30th. Month's almost over. And It's time to Christmas shop.
Time to spend some money.
Spend some money. Stack your money because you have to spend it on them kids.
Time to play Santa Claus.
Yeah. Gotta get it. They need new iPhone. Kids need new iPhones. I don't know why.
I don't think they
I don't say-
need a new iPhone.
I'm just saying they talk the parents into it. I need
They
a new one.
want. I'll be like, go on offer up, pick out anything you want.
Anything you want. Well, she
Nah.
only 7.
I mean, I wouldn't do that
Well,
to
she's
my
6
daughter.
though, right? She's 6 or 7.
She's turning 7.
When do you think you're gonna give her a phone?
I don't
Because
know.
my kids got their they got their phones at 10.
10?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's reasons for them to have them.
But 10 is right around the age. All the other kids usually have phones at 10. There may be a few that have ones.
But,
that's your budget.
things happen now that didn't happen when we were in school.
Which is
So
horse and buggy.
No, so I get a message from my daughter's school the last Friday, I think it was Thursday, Friday, that they were on lockdown.
Oh yeah.
Because there's a shooting at another school 3 blocks over.
Fuck your daughter go to school at?
Exactly.
Kuwait?
I'm fighting these idiots at the courthouse and these idiot lawyers who care nothing about your kid, and they'll send them anywhere. So that's what I'm dealing with. So yeah, she goes to school in a nasty neighborhood, man.
Fuck.
Yep, 3 blocks over there's a school shooting at the high school.
What high school is it?
I forget the name of it. In D.C., so no surprise.
Whoa. What you trying to say?
I'm trying to say it's a fucked up neighborhood.
Who put her there?
Her.
Mama name?
I'll just say her mother.
The mama name?
I'll just say that.
The mama name.
Yeah.
Well, hey man, you get your change. You can always move her out that area.
Yeah, well, I've been. Hey man, her mother can live in a garbage can. I don't care where she lives. I'm trying to get my daughter.
You might not want to say that on air.
I said it on the air. Her mother can live with Oscar the Grouch for all I care. I don't care where she lives.
Speaking of having phones for kids, did you guys see that case that just happened with the guy who catfished the police officer? Catfished a little girl, went to her house to kidnap her and killed her family.
Yeah.
You seen that shit?
Yeah. I saw the headline. What the hell was that about?
Yeah, some guy was a police officer or some kind of law.
He is a police officer.
Yeah, some kind of law enforcement. He was catfishing this young girl online. Drove like 200 miles and killed her family.
He had enough time to think not to do
And
it.
they killed him in like a field or something. They caught him and killed him in the field.
Yeah,
But
Now,
he can't go to court.
But what was the point of that? You go do something like that. You're going to jail.
This is probably crazy.
Like, why would you do something like that? That's just.
You know, I watch a lot of forensic files, and I was thinking last night, why do I watch this? You know, and I was thinking though, I'm fascinated about the why.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
It's like knowing how somebody passed away. Same thing about people want to know why did they do it? Like, why did you kill all the people? I mean,
yeah,
because have a reason.
Well, you're curious because we are human beings, so no matter what race you are, we're all gonna go through the same emotions. So it's just like, how do you get to that point?
That you say,
like we've all been mad, we've all been disappointed, sad, whatever. How do you get to the point where you like
don't care?
I don't care about the consequences of my actions.
Right. Well, Rich Pryor had a joke. Remember, he said when he did the movie with Gene Wilder, he met a guy that had triple life.
Oh yeah.
He said he killed everybody in the house, even the dog.
Why? He said because they was there.
He said they was home.
See, that's what I'm saying.
He said, why'd you kill everybody? He said, well, they was home.
Had they not been home, he wouldn't have killed them.
That's what I'm saying.
The
like,
logic is
not even a good reason.
Right. And the sad part is, all that usually, if I feel like from watching this, only from watching Forensic File, y'all, I don't know this for a fact, but it seems like anytime somebody crazy like that, it's something happened as a child.
Well, no.
Yeah.
It's that too, Nick.
It's always that.
But we live in a society that nobody wants to accept the shit they do. They rather say, well, were you touched? Or were you bullied as a kid? Because then you can go, yeah, I was bullied, so that's why I shot that.
Because there's always a why.
But look,
yeah, but I don't think that's the reason. I just think now that you can say, oh, I was bullied.
So what's the reason?
I don't know.
So you saw the guy that killed the 5 people at the gay club, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you saw how they beat him up?
Yeah.
I thought you knew him.
Thought he was your friend.
Yeah. I thought he was your friend.
I thought he was on your Tinder likes.
So what about him?
So, he was estranged from his father since his father hadn't seen him since he was 10.
What that got to do with anything?
See?
So you gonna shoot gay people because he ain't seen his dad?
We're getting to the why.
Taking you forever. I know that goddamn.
Now I don't know if you saw the father's interview, but
I'm gonna say no.
Okay. So
I don't follow gay dudes.
In the interview, the father is just, when you watch this man talk about his son and the relationship that was there and then wasn't,
right?
How the mother moved the boy away from the father.
It's always you women.
How he thought his son was dead since I think 2018. He thought his son was dead. So only until recently did his son reach out to him and wanted him to come see him. I think in Colorado. After all these years, he finds his dad, wants him to come see him. He's very angry.
He's in jail though.
No. He just can't leave the state because he got in trouble for something else.
Oh, okay.
But he's very angry with his dad. He's very, very angry with his dad. And I believe his mother, he had wanted to kill himself because his father was a porn actor and he got made fun of.
Hey, where are you going with the story?
Where I'm going with the story is this boy needed a daddy. He couldn't handle growing up.
Not having a daddy.
Not having, and it really affected him. Big time. It really affected him.
Daddy shot up a gay club.
That his life just fucking spiraled.
Daddy shot up a gay club.
To a place where he shot up a gay club.
Yeah.
But had he had a dad, he would have shot up a
Had he had
club.
a dad, maybe he would have shot up a porno set or something. I don't know. But his dad was on meth and just. We watched the interview. The interview is kind of crazy.
Thank you.
In the interview, the dad says this, and I found out he shot up a gay club. I was like, is he gay? Thank God he's not gay. He's not gay. Thank God. We don't do gay. He said, we don't do gay. He says this in the interview.
Did you see it? He cool with the murderer.
Yes. Did you see it?
You can't be a gay murderer. That's what he's saying.
He said we don't do gay.
That's crazy.
I mean, like I said, it's all. I understand what you're saying, Pop. Yeah, hold on, call. It's probably Vernon. You don't want to give somebody an excuse. I understand that, right?
No,
but there's like I said, when I watch Forensic Files, I'm always intrigued about what was the source. Like, how did you get to the point? And I feel like this guy, because your dad don't care about you, you probably don't care about other people. You probably just have a lack of empathy.
But then, if you think about it, Nick, if he's gonna be upset, he would have been upset at his mom. His mom put that into work. His mom made sure that he couldn't be around his dad.
No, what I'm saying.
So why would he say, well, I'm this way because I didn't have my dad?
Because
mom
I'm gonna tell you why. Because every woman, and women call in, I'm saying this on purpose so y'all get agitated. Every woman turns the son against the dad. I've never seen a mom say I was a bad mom and I shouldn't. I've never seen that in my life. We've always seen dads be like, yeah, I wasn't there, and we never seen a mom be like, you know what, I'm a bad mom. And the dad didn't want to be around me because I'm a bad person. We've never heard him say this. So,
caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Okay, let's get down to it, everybody. First and foremost, he probably was gay, and he hated himself for being gay.
But who cares if he's gay?
Speedy,
he said he killed him because he didn't have a dad.
Speedy, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna put it where it lies. We're gonna put it at the feet where it lies.
Okay.
He did it because he wanted to do it. All these outside forces and all this other shit that people try to get folks to believe. Hey, you had a decision. You shot the club up because you wanted to shoot the club up. We can sit here and have all kinds of conjecture and whatever else decide we want to put on it. We're not finna put that on there. That man killed all of them people because of something that was going on with him.
And that's
he probably
Vern. I was saying that Vern. I was saying exactly what you're saying. I just said it a different way. Is we live in a society where they ask you pretty much why, like Nick said, why'd you do it? Instead of most people saying, you know what, I shouldn't have did it. I was wrong. They'll go, well, I wouldn't have done it had these kids not bullied me when I was 6. Your mic not on.
Speedy, then you have some. Then you have some who you ask, why did they do it? They say because I wanted to.
Yep,
Those
but it's very few.
That they don't never. No. It's more people like that than people want to admit to. People are out here killing because they want to.
Nobody
they have
does
no
that,
scruples. Okay.
Nobody does that.
So you mean to tell me
in the history of killing, nobody's ever just killed somebody because
I watch more forensic files than you do. I watch all these other shows. There's people out here who enjoy killing other people because that's what they do.
No, but Vernon, even if you're saying that's what they do.
I mean, Nick may have a point at some point, and he may have a point to some extent. But it's people out here who kill because they want to, because that's just what they do.
That's impossible.
And you ask them, why did you kill these people? Hey, because they were standing there.
They was home.
Exactly. And those are people always. That's not the circumstances. We're not going to do that. If the man told you to your face, I killed 45 people because they were standing there, that means that there was something wrong with him
46.
to begin with. Some people are born that way.
Nobody is born. No one is born that way, Vernon. That's called an excuse.
Okay. No, it's not an excuse.
Hold on, Vernon. Thank you. Listen, you guys ever heard of
non-binary?
That's hilarious, nigga.
He's talking.
Eugenics.
Yes.
The eugenics program. This is where the abortion clinic came from. This is where the term African American and all these terms come from. These people who started the eugenics, right?
I never heard of
and they started the concept of you're born a certain way.
What do you mean?
Like Vernon just said, some people are born killers, right? So the problem with this logic is, if you take that logic, you can't stop there. You can't stop at gay. You have to go killer. You have to go good and bad across the board.
What do you mean?
You know what I'm saying? So I can't convict anybody of any crime now.
Why?
Because you could just say you was born that way.
Oh, yeah. Which means you can't control how you're born.
Yeah, I have no control, and that's what that means. So,
I think people do that because when it was about us being black, and they go, "Why are you mad at me? I was born this way." It made the person who's inflicting the pain on someone because they're black stupid. Like, motherfucker, how are you mad at somebody that if they could change it, they would have? So that's why I think.
You would change being black?
No. I'm saying they're mad because the person's black, and they're like, "Well, what are you mad about? He was born like that." Mm-hmm. And I think that's where
they're not mad at you because you're black, though. That's not a real thing.
Where the people who are gay and one who are whatever they fell upon that thing of saying, well, hey, we were born this way, so you can't be mad at me because I was born like this.
Well, you know what else is crazy? That, when I read the article about that guy who killed those people, in the article, they put a lot of emphasis and focus on what the person identifies as. He identifies as non-binary. So all through the article, it says, it's a crazy read.
Yeah, right.
It says them and they.
Right.
It'll say, this guy stopped the shooter. He was able to tackle them to the floor.
Right.
Them.
Right.
And they wrestled the gun away from they. And so when you create you're acknowledging a duality within one person.
Right.
They is plural. Them is plural. Where'd Speedy go? Them went to the store. That's fucking ridiculous. Where's Speedy? They went to the store. They will be right back. That's two fucking people.
Right.
So who are these two people?
White folks did.
But all I'm saying is this: you're acknowledging a duality within one person. You're saying that this one person is two people, right? So now how are you charging them with a crime? You're saying that there's two people.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Right. Can I'm just gonna throw this in there because I think this is extremely interesting. I know you guys don't care about this.
They got a call. They got a hold though.
In the Bible, right, in Revelations and all that, when it talks about the end of the world is coming and all that, and it talks about these angels, or demons rather, being locked up at the bottom of Euphrates River, okay? Then it says, the signs of the end of time, Euphrates River is they're going to be released upon earth. Now, when you read about what these demons do, because it sounds crazy, right? Like, ain't no demons released upon earth. Okay. If you read about what they actually do when these spirits are released upon earth, it's exactly what's happening right now. It's exactly
Which is?
Confusion of sexuality, over-sexuality, lack of empathy. All these things are characteristics of these demons. And if you look at history, because history is bound to repeat itself, when you look at the fall of Rome, you look at the fall of Greece, you look at the fall of Egypt, you look at the fall of any great kingdom that we ever studied in history, the last thing to happen was the corruption of the sexuality of the people. That's usually the sign that the kingdom is about to crumble in every single historical event. Whether it be the dynasties, the Asian dynasties, all of them, when you look at all of them. Dinosaurs too, they probably had some sexuality issues and, got up out of there.
I'm going to climb on top of this T-Rex. Call her.
Yeah, bang him real quick.
Caller, what's your name? Where you going?
What's up, man?
What you doing?
What's up, is L, man?
Take that L.
L, what up?
Hey, Nick.
Yes, sir.
What? Hey,
I just had to call. I just had to call in because you had the same Scooby Doo moment I did with your pops just now.
What happened?
You said this is the reason why, and he said, I don't think the reason is that. Then you asked him, well, what's the reason? He's like, I don't know.
I'm used to people just wanting to tell me I'm wrong, so it don't bother me no more.
Yeah, you wait for an answer. And he come back with, I don't know, but he telling you it's not right. Though.
Can I ask you a question, Dale? Is your everyday thing to call in this radio show and tell me how much wrong I am? Is that part of your get down?
Here's my pet peeve.
No, I'm asking a question. It's a simple question.
I'm asking you a question. Here's my pet peeve. If you tell me I'm incorrect about something,
okay,
then don't tell me I'm incorrect if you can't tell me the real reason.
That you're incorrect?
Or you can't give me the correct answer.
If you tell me I'm incorrect about something, and I say, well, what's the reason? Have an answer. Don't tell me I don't know.
Okay, so you tell me. Okay,
tell me I'm wrong if you don't know.
All right, give me a for instance, because I'm trying.
I don't think that's the way it works, though.
Give me the for instance.
For
Go ahead.
Just now.
All right, do it.
Just now.
What did Nick? What'd you ask me, Nick?
We were talking about why somebody did something. I said, well, I think it's because it is. You said, well, you don't think it's because of it. I said, okay, well, why do you think it is? You said, I don't know. So, like, why would you shoot down my idea if you don't have a solid...
You don't know.
I don't think I said
I'm gonna
it
give
like
you. I'm gonna give you guys a perfect example.
That's exactly what you said.
I don't think
I'm gonna give you the perfect example of why it doesn't work that way, Nick.
Go ahead.
Because if we're putting together a jigsaw puzzle,
right,
and I'm just gonna use this as an example, and we get to the fucking ruby earring,
right,
and we got 1 million pieces,
right,
and we know that the earring is fucking the color of a ruby,
right.
And I pick up a yellow piece,
right,
and Speedy says, no, that piece don't go there,
right,
and then you say, well, why not? But well, which piece goes there? I don't know which piece goes there, but I know it's not that piece.
No, then you shouldn't say that to me.
Yes, I should.
Why not?
Because I know it's not that piece.
I know it's not that piece.
I'm going to tell you why.
That's not the same.
Yes, it is.
Yes,
it is.
L, it's okay.
Because it's a jigsaw.
It's
a jigsaw puzzle because we don't actually know what the answer is.
I'ma still crush him.
We don't know.
L, I got it. I'ma still crush him. L.
Same scenario though.
I think it's the same.
I'ma still crush him.
Go ahead, Nick.
We've got a puzzle that needs to be solved, but I know that's not the piece.
I'm gonna give you another biblical scripture, okay? And everyone's heard this.
Mm-hmm. I'll argue with Jesus.
It said, take the log out of your eye before you go try to pull the log. But no, hold on, because do you know what that means?
Yes.
That means don't go around correcting me before you correct you. So if we're trying to solve a problem, right? Yes. You spending more energy telling me I'm wrong.
Yeah, but I'm telling you
but
wrong.
I don't. That's
and you
not
said,
your.
well,
but that's
what's
not your,
wrong? I said, I don't know what it is, but that ain't right.
But that's not your job. Your
Well,
job
but-
is not
okay,
to
but hold
tell
on.
somebody whether they're
So
right
you-
or wrong.
so L.
Hey, Speedy.
Yes,
Speedy.
yes.
Hold on, Speedy. If you don't know what the problem is, then how you know that problem is not it?
But the example was, yo, that's not going to work. And the person goes, well, how you know it's not going to work? Well, I know that's not going to work. I don't know how to fix it, but I know that ain't going to make it work.
But both you guys are changing
how do you
it.
know that's not the problem?
Yeah, both you guys are
If
changing it.
don't
That's
know-
not what we said.
If you don't
It
know
is.
the answer, if you don't know the answer to something,
Yes.
then how do you know the answer that's given to you is not the answer?
Thank
Because
you,
it can't
L.
be the answer.
I think
But you don't know the answer.
That's like saying if
You
I don't
know the
if
answer,
I don't.
but how you know it's
Why would I accept it from either one of y'all? That's why I know it ain't
And
the
that's
answer.
the problem.
Okay, hey, Wanzer, I got an example. So I come and say 1 + 1 is 3.
And I say it's not.
It is.
It
though.
can't be.
It can be.
And you okay? Hold on, let me change that because I know you was gonna say that. I say 1 + 1 is 2, and you said no, it's not 2. And I'm like, well, what's the answer? You're like, well, I don't know, but I know it's not 2.
But I know it's not 2.
But I'm alone,
But
the
no.
answer is 2.
If you stayed with the other one, if you said no, the answer is 3, and I said no, it's not 3, and you say, well, Speedy, what is it? I don't know, but I know 1 and 1 ain't 3.
But now, can I prove to you it is 3?
Prove it.
And this is why you shouldn't have said nothing.
Why?
Because 1 and 1 equals 3. You know how?
How?
A man and a woman get together and they have a child. That's 3.
I'm gonna hang up.
So no. Just see, and that's
You
my
lucky I
point.
can't hang up on you.
And that's my point right
I
there.
would've hung up on
That's
you,
my
nigga.
thanks, L. That's my point though, right? Which is our job as people, and I think most people get caught up on this. This is how I feel about most of the fans that call in here. That their job is just to correct people.
Correct us.
Right. That's what I feel like most people try to, even on the internet, you see it all day. Their job is just to correct
But
people.
they can't. But here you can.
Not supply any information,
Well,
right? Like let's take Kanye for example. He jumped out the window and said the anti-Semitic thing, right? Everybody said, oh, that was anti-Semitic. I guarantee you, not one of those people actually looked up what the word meant, the root of the word, where it came from, how to use it, the context. Nobody did. They just want to say you're wrong. And that's what the scriptures is saying is don't do that. Because even though you may be right that person is wrong, you're causing conflict now because you don't have the answer.
so I'm just supposed to let you.
No, what you should no, I'm not
Why
saying.
not tell you?
What you should do is educate yourself with the answer and then correct me. Don't correct me first and then say I don't have the answer though. That don't make like Kanye said, you ain't got the answer, Sway. So Sway shouldn't have said nothing. Go ahead, caller.
Okay, here's something that I know for a fact that's going to end up happening. This them, they, us, we.
We're not talking about them thing. We're not talking about them thing.
No, I know. Just listen.
Well, you changing
They
the
are
subject.
going to find a. Of course, I'm changing the subject. They are going to find a way to get
Them or they?
Yeah,
them
Them day or regular day?
I'm gonna put it like this: the government is going to find a way
government?
to get rid of it. For the simple fact is that somebody is going to use that to screw over the system, and then that leaves a big ass hole in the system for people to run through. They can't have that. Somebody black, somebody Hispanic, somebody of color is gonna find a loophole that these white folks ain't gonna like, and they gonna get rid of it.
Gotcha.
Watch what I tell
Vern,
you.
but can you answer the question? If someone says, if you say to them, I think the answer is this, and I go, no, it ain't the answer, and you go, well, what is the answer? I don't know what it is, but I know that's not the answer.
Just because
Then I go, you know what? And then I would say, okay, because I'm done with it. You can't sit up here and tell me that I'm wrong, but you don't have an answer.
Thank you.
That doesn't
Yes,
make sense to
no,
me.
but I'm saying you're wrong about that answer.
No, I'm not wrong if you don't know
But
the
I'll
answer.
say, well, what,
But-
then I ask you.
1 and 1
what
is not
the
3. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. It's
Look,
not.
let me give you another example.
I
Let me give
know-
no. Let me give you another example.
Okay.
Let me give you an example, Vern. Okay.
Okay.
We pull up to a gas station. We're driving a rental car, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. And we've got 4 different selections of gas. We got the low end, the medium, the high, and then we got diesel. And you grab that motherfucking diesel and you go to put it in there, and I say, no, not that one. And you say,
Why not?
well, which one then? And now the car takes one of the other 3. It calls for one of the other 3, but I don't know which one. But I know goddamn well it
take
don't
one of
take.
the other
But I
3.
but I
But it
know
don't
it doesn't
take
take
diesel.
diesel. But you also can't
Exactly.
just put.
You can just say one of the other three.
No,
Right.
you can't.
No,
you can't. You
no.
can't just put.
One of the other three.
No,
Thanks.
another octane can also mess up the engine. So you want to put the right one in. It calls for a certain octane. I don't know which one, but I do know it's not diesel.
No.
So we know that for a fact because it's not a diesel car.
That's not a.
Yes, it is.
Not a problem
It's the
that
same
the
thing.
people with common sense. No,
Right.
it's not.
He's just saying
Why
you
is it
ain't
not
got
the
no
same
common
thing?
sense.
We don't know which gas it takes, but I know it's not diesel.
Okay, this is how I would have answered that question. You tell me, I tell you, don't put diesel in there. You say why? I say blow your dumb ass up and find out. That's my
Nah,
answer.
that's not
right
how you
there.
talk to people. You can't talk to
See,
people.
when the
First and foremost, if you take your stupid ass
I'm not stupid.
certain things. No, I'm not saying you stupid.
You said
Don't make this about you because it's not.
you
Here
got
it
to
is.
use them day, Vernon.
Certain people, you have to talk to
I'm gonna
that
change
way
my pronoun,
because
Bob.
a lot of people don't have what they call and what most people were born with, common sense. Now, if you don't have common sense, there's nothing that I can do to help you.
Yes, you can.
You can ask all the questions.
Yes, you
You
can,
can ask
Vernon.
all the questions and give all the answers you want to. Stupid is stupid. Underlined. And
Who's
that's all there
stupid?
is
Who
to
you
it.
calling stupid?
Thanks,
Stupid.
Vernon. Thanks, Vernon, for the
Thank you,
rant.
Vernon.
I appreciate it.
So you can't just grab any other octane and put it in there.
Well, I think
Because Vernon said, "Fuck it, just grab any of the gases and put it in." But you can't do that either.
I think the point we should do, Wanzer, right, is instead of just spending the energy of saying no, you're wrong, right, which I could be
It's
wrong.
not no energy to say.
That's fine.
It's real.
But my
You're
point is it's much easier to say that's not the proper gas that goes in there. It has to be one of the other two,
But I did say that.
right? So because
I said
now
it's not that
now you're providing
No, I said
right
it's not
a
that one.
solution. You're not just telling me I'm wrong.
But why do I have to provide a solution in order to let you know that you're wrong about
Yeah.
something?
Because that's not your job on the earth.
It ain't my
Nobody,
job to
nobody.
provide a solution.
But it is my job to stop you from putting diesel in there.
There is no-
I just don't know which other
no.
one it takes, which means we need to do the research to figure out which one
Right,
goes in there.
Right, but that's a different approach than telling me that I'm wrong.
You
So,
was wrong,
so
man.
it's more about the approach.
It's always about the approach.
No,
No
it's
one,
not.
no
How come
one,
you just can't be wrong?
because no one can tell another person that they're wrong.
But you were.
No, you may be wrong. How you think?
Now you're saying I'm wrong.
You may
just
be
did the
wrong.
same
No,
thing.
I said you may be wrong because of the way you think, but don't apply that to me.
Well, you don't know the joke.
See, I just don't believe in what people tell me. You know what I'm saying? And
Well,
that's
So
why I
you're going to put
progress.
the diesel in anyway.
That's why I progress through
Nah,
life.
nigga,
Let's see what
this
happens.
engine going to knock today.
I don't believe you.
Caller, what's your name? Where
Need
you
more
calling from?
people, man. I feel like, oh,
Hey, this is L again, man.
Why are you
Hey,
calling
look,
back?
Wanzer.
Mm-hmm.
Wanzer. I appreciate you trying to defend Speedy,
hilarious.
and all of your scenarios come with limited options, right? But if you have a scenario that has a wide case of options, then you cannot sit there and say, no, I know that's wrong, and you don't know the actual true answer.
It doesn't matter how many options there are.
It's the answer. You don't know the answer, so how can you say it's wrong?
Well,
The options do matter.
I don't think the options matter. I don't think it matters how many options there are. If I know, or I strongly feel like you shouldn't put diesel, this is not a diesel.
Okay,
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if there's 50,000 other gases.
What did you just say? What did you just say?
It doesn't take diesel.
What? No, you said I know,
Right.
but Speedy said I don't know.
No, he said I don't know what the answer is, just like I don't know which of the other three options it
Exactly.
takes.
He doesn't know the answer. So how can you say, if you don't know the answer to something, how can you say something's wrong?
So okay, so I can't tell you not to put diesel in the car because I don't know which other gasoline it takes.
It's
Let's
the,
say if you knew nothing about diesel.
Mhm.
I mean, nothing about gasoline. You knew nothing about gasoline. You knew nothing about what gas goes in the car. How can you tell me that diesel doesn't go in the car if you don't know about gasoline? You're giving options of things that you do know.
Right, but we
But
have.
it's not the same thing.
I think we're talking about things that we all have limited knowledge on.
thanks, L.
Right? Everybody has limited knowledge on what we're talking about because that's why nobody knows what the actual answer is.
But right,
Because we all have a general basic knowledge of what we think we know.
right. I'm just
Otherwise, we could solve these equations.
I'm talking about the way that we conduct ourselves, though, right? Like, I just feel like when people spend energy, like I'm saying, like either way, it's gonna require energy, right? So for you to tell me I'm doing the wrong thing,
right?
It may be right? But as easy as that is for you to do, it's just as easy for you to come up with a solution or propose a solution before you just go and say. I had this conversation with someone before too about, they would just be like, oh yeah, I don't think we should do that. Right. Or, no, that's not a good idea. I have this conversation a lot of times with my business partners, right? We'll bring something to the table and like, no, I don't want to do that. And they just won't say anything else. And I had to address it and say, hey, listen, I don't have a problem with anybody saying, hey, this idea won't work or we shouldn't try this. Like, I don't believe my ideas are that special. What I do have a problem with is if you feel like your job is to shoot my shit down.
With no alternative solution.
Right. Because that ain't nobody's job is to sit around and tell me what ain't going to work.
Right.
So if you don't think it's going to work, you can either tell me why it ain't going to work or give me another option.
We have a caller. What's your stupid idea, caller?
But if your only option is to tell me it ain't going to work, I don't want to hear it.
Right. I get it.
You can shoot yourself,
My
DJ, what up?
My stupid idea was calling in.
Well,
that was a dumb idea.
Stupid.
Yeah, I don't even know why I called in because I don't know what the topic is about. But I heard L talking about gas, and he said you can't put diesel gas in regular cars, and I'm like, nigga, have you tried that, nigga? Like,
he don't have a car.
Terrible.
If he did that.
Yeah, his nigga walking. So that's why he talking.
DJ out Vegas. You coming out here for the holidays, right?
Yeah.
So you gonna come through, right?
Yeah, I'll be down there Christmas.
You coming through, right?
For what?
What you got going on?
We gonna do the radio show, nigga. What the fuck you mean?
Oh, I'll be down there Christmas, man. Christmas on a Sunday.
But you want to celebrate the white man on Christmas? What you want to do?
But you gonna hang out with the homies? This that bullshit.
I'm celebrating black families. I'm celebrating the Black Jesus birthday.
Boy, I think Negroes got the most mysterious holidays, boy.
The one on James Evans
Hey,
wall.
I don't know. We just get together.
We need a calendar to put this stuff on there.
I'm gonna try to get that Monday off, and I'm gonna stay for Monday so I can be on the Monday show.
You're not
gonna see if I can do that.
You're not gonna do
the Monday show.
I put money on it, so you're not.
Why not?
Because I know you.
Why not?
You like to
Only
say
'cause I got a
things.
job, nigga.
You don't have a job. You work in a warehouse, nigga.
Speedy, listen. I can admit my faults as a person. You know what I mean? As a black
well,
man,
look in the mirror.
So let me tell you what my problem is.
Tell us what your problem is.
My problem is I have an ego. I have a huge ego, and like if I feel the same way about you, Speedy. You invite me somewhere just to not invite me, or you will say you're gonna come through just to not do it. You know what I'm saying? So
no,
if
I
I
never
show
do
up
that.
and like you invite me to Fox House, and then I'll pull up to Fox House and niggas I get shot at or something, like nigga, who is you? Like I'm gonna look like a fucking fool. You know what I'm saying? That's my problem.
Why don't you get shot at Fox House?
So you're scary.
I'm just saying, niggas be having security and stuff like that, so I just will go, oh yeah, come through Fox House, I'll be over here having a Halloween party, and I'll pull up, and that, nigga, who is you? Like,
you do have a few dogs.
Reassurance, like, nah, you good. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, like, nah, you good, I'm with you, like, you gotta, you know what I mean? Like,
he sounds insecure
that's what I'm used to, and if a man say he gonna hold his word,
well, he said he got an ego.
Like, when y'all came out
let
here,
it go, nigga.
I can't be like, I can't go looking for niggas. Like, you said you was going to call me. I expect you to call me and say, DJ, pull up. We over here.
Yeah,
no
but DJ, we
there,
told you where we're going to be
up.
at. You could have just said, hey, man, are y'all here?
So, DJ,
Okay, Speedy, answer me this.
Answer me this.
Wait, Speedy, answer me this.
Riddle me
Can
this.
you just walk up to the...
Riddle me
No,
this.
Speedy, can you just answer me this? Can you just walk up to the MGM mansion and get in?
Yeah.
If you when the gate open, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
No.
I'm gonna tell you how. You come. Hold on, brother. I was there. You come through the through the regular casino, and you just tell them where's the mansion at. They'll show you where it goes, and
where the mansion is at.
Okay, so when you go through, there'll be somebody there going, "Man, help you." Oh yeah, I'm looking for so and so. Yes, hold on. Let me call their room for you. That's exactly how it go down.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I can't just walk up and be like, "Oh yeah, I can't just walk through. You got to go through again."
No. Wait, listen.
You
hold
go
on.
through the hotel.
DJ, listen. DJ, listen.
Yeah, there's a gate, but you don't go through that way. You go through the hotel.
Listen.
No, I know the other way. I go through the street, that back street. I'm there every day.
Because you're a criminal.
Right
Impossible.
That's called the delivery zone, nigga. Listen.
You leaving packages.
There's another way to get.
But that's where the Rolls.
Are you gonna listen, nigga? You
right.
Not listening.
But let me give you some game because we went over there every day, and K-Dot can vouch for this. We spoke to one of the gentlemen that was sitting at the desk, right?
I think I was there. I can vouch for it too.
That's right. Wanzer was right next to me. That's right. We sat there and spoke to the gentleman at the desk, right? Because I knew we won't have to do what he's telling you have to do.
Yeah.
I don't have now. Once and then when the other person came, they never asked us anything because they seen us talking to the other guy.
Yeah.
So what I learned is all you got to do is be confident and cool.
And you can walk anywhere you want.
Walk like you're supposed to be there.
And then what happened, Wanzer?
Yeah.
And because
No,
because we worked everything was so cool. The lady took us over to the little food thing. We got free food for the rest of the time for the rest of the stay because they just assumed we were staying in the mansion.
I'm just saying.
So I don't know how your life is.
My problem is, what if I had got there and y'all was gone?
You got a whole lot of what ifs.
Well,
this whole conversation is what ifs.
Okay, well, what if we do this?
What if we hang up?
Hang up on him. Listen, let me say this. I knew this about DJ. I sensed this about DJ. He's a, what do you call that? An optimist is a good thing. A pessimist?
Yeah.
He's a pessimist.
He's a pessimist prime.
And this is the thing. And this is the thing about pessimists, and I truly believe this. Whatever you believe is true.
Because they believe it to the core.
So because DJ don't believe he gonna pull up, get into the party.
Yeah.
Everything gonna work out.
Yeah.
He gonna pitch his movie.
Yeah.
He gonna get the movie deal. His life has changed. He don't believe
Go
that.
back, buy his Hellcat back.
In his mind, he shot at the gate.
Right. So at Jamie Foxx's house, who gets shot at the gate? Like they have assassins there.
I don't know. Something might happen. Nigga.
But I believe that when people think like that, that's when that stuff that might happen happens.
In his mind, them niggas ain't gonna call me. So the fact I didn't call, he was like, see, what I tell you.
Like I seen this thing this lady said the other day. She said her biggest fear was getting bitten by a shark. Right?
Shark.
Right.
Bitch, you gotta get in the ocean.
Right. She had never even been in the ocean, right? So the one time she go get in the ocean, guess what happened? She got bit by the shark. I said, see? That's because you spent your whole life.
That's what you get.
Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hilarious.
This has just come to me.
Why would you do that?
I think there should be only 1 to 2 options in life, period, for everything.
Break it down, Vern.
Exactly. Because the more options you have, the more confused people tend to be.
So what?
Just like if you go to the restaurant, you go to McDonald's. I ain't saying I do, I just listen.
You do.
You go to McDonald's, they have burgers. They've been selling burgers for 100 and some odd years.
Right.
That's your option. Burgers, you got fries, you got probably a salad, and you got chicken nuggets. Those are your options. Pick one and get the fuck out the line. You should not be making life decisions at McDonald's, just like you should not be making life decisions at the fucking pump.
Pump
the gas and get the fuck on.
Yeah, but if you don't know what gas to put in,
or
like Brooklyn didn't know what kind of gas to put in the Cadillac. I said you have to put 91.
Well, Vernon.
He asked you, and you answered him.
Vernon, I have a question for you. Why do you think that people should perceive things the way you do?
Yeah.
I'm not saying perceive things the way I do.
That's what you just said.
I'm just saying to move on and to expedite life a little easier. Get the fuck out the way. If you don't know, just like if you're going to the restaurant, most people in this room and on this phone and people that's listening, you know what you want before you get to the fucking restaurant.
No, it's not. No, I don't.
You wait.
Who know what they want?
Then don't get your ass in the line. Move, get the fuck out the way, and let everybody who know what they want, let them go. And then when you decide what you want, you can get in the line.
I disagree,
Don't stand in the line like you know what you want.
No, I disagree.
And then you get to the front. Now you want to sit up here and make all these fucking decisions, which you should have been doing before you got in the line. People got shit to do. That's just like if you going to the movie theater. You going to the movie theater. So you want to wait till you get to the front of the line to figure out what you want. People got a movie to catch. Ain't nobody trying to stand there and wait for you to figure shit out.
Well, Vernon, I think thank you, Vernon. I think Vernon, your problem is you don't like people. I think we figured out Vernon don't like people, and that sounds like something people do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And again, L, motherfucker, and a DJ out there Vegas. Now, we just said we gave you an invite. If you come to L.A., you come in here for the family on Sunday. You said, and I'm going to be DJ, you said, I'm going to see if I can stick around Monday. I know you're not coming. It's certain triggers people know. When you say, let me see what I can do, you automatically go, that motherfucker ain't coming.
I call it a plan B, Pops.
Somebody says, I'm going to see.
If somebody tell me they're plan B, I'm out.
Yeah. Because he's not coming.
Because no, you're not focused on the 8 plan, so
Yeah.
it ain't gonna work out.
And we didn't say that. We said, bruh, we coming in town for sure. Worst case scenario, just hit us up. If I forget, hit me up.
Sometimes I just pull up. I'll figure it out when I get there.
Yeah.
Ain't finna worry about all that. I'm gonna figure it out when I get there.
Anyway, little information. So remember I told you guys that Brooklyn was redshirting, but he's not. They took him off redshirt. He actually plays this Friday.
Nice.
Yeah, Friday game. It's a tournament, Friday and Saturday.
Nice.
At Crespi College, or not Crespi, or forgot the name.
What time is the game Friday?
I sent it to you, son. What the fuck?
I'm still asking.
Do you even look at the text?
What time is the game Friday?
Did you even read it?
No, he didn't.
Hey, I looked
My
at it.
son never read that shit.
I looked at it.
I do the same thing to people that don't read my text. I don't read theirs. Till they call me and go, "Did you read it?" Nope.
Like, I was just about to.
Hold on, let me look at it.
I was
now.
just reading it.
The game is. Hold on, man. I said it's on your phone.
It's on your phone too, so I don't understand.
7 o'clock.
7
o'clock Friday and 2 o'clock.
and
They play Santiago Canyon on Saturday and Porterville on Friday.
Where are the games at?
At Citrus College.
It sounds far.
Yeah, where's that at?
Citrus? I don't know.
I've never heard of
It's
that.
their tournament.
I've never heard of that.
So he playing. I don't know if he's starting it, but he definitely.
He getting in the game.
That's good because they're a guard heavy team. So
And I guess 2 of the guards got hurt. The main dude, remember the dude, kind of buff guy?
light skinned dude.
Yeah, he got hurt.
Yeah, he's horrible.
He blew his knee out again. That's the second time he blew his
buff
knee out.
dude.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
horrible.
it was one. But he was just
Wait, the light skinned shooter, the 2 guard,
the
or
one kept
or
missing all the bunnies in the
This
paint.
is getting gayer
the
and
2
gayer.
guard or the big man.
The big man, he kept missing all the
I ain't
bunnies in
talking
the
about-
paint.
yeah.
The light skinned buff dude.
Because that would narrow it down because otherwise, like you said, it's guard heavy.
All right, guys, we're looking for a buff, light skinned dude with light eyes.
Say no light eye.
Yeah, their team. But most JUCOs are pretty guard heavy. It's not a lot of big men that go to JUCOs.
So they would be somewhere else on the bench.
Yeah, usually
Call
if
him, what's your name?
you
Where you
over
calling
6'8", you getting a D1 scholarship.
This DJ again for the record.
What?
We
the
talking about
fuck,
sports, nigga. Why are you
man?
calling?
We moved on, man.
Yeah, I know. I'm talking about something else too. But Citrus is in the IE. It's in Ontario.
How far is that from
But,
Ontario?
I don't know.
It's in Ontario, California.
How far is that from the valley?
Yeah, about 2 hours, hour and a half.
Well,
7 o'clock at night. We probably have to leave at 5. Ooh, no, we're
it's
gonna be in
actually
traffic.
Glendora. So it's
Glendora?
going to take about, so I say about 2 hours. Brace yourself for about a 2-hour ride.
That's crazy.
Something like
Shit, we have to leave at 4 then,
That's crazy.
because it's already gonna be traffic.
Yeah, it's like going.
Is that the 57? Is that the 50? The 57? Or the 210?
It's like the 210, or it's like the 210. The 210 or the 60.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be crowded. 210 is always crowded. Anyway, DJ out there, Vegas. Are you at work now?
I had another question.
No, you
I'm
don't.
at work. Hell yeah.
Where you at? In the van?
Yeah. I'll show you.
You could just slit a box.
But I had a random question I've been wanting to ask since it's Wednesday.
What's
what
up?
you watching Wednesday?
It is what you watching Wednesday.
What happened in that situation with the $1 million car? Because they went from
What $1
they
million
was on
car?
like Discovery at first, the show with RD.
Oh, it's
$1
still.
million wheels or whatever.
Yeah, I think it's still
What's up?
going. Why you didn't come on?
It's still going, but they went. No, I actually liked it. I watched it. I liked it,
Mhm.
but they changed networks. They went from like Discovery Channel or something like that to TNT. They be coming on like right after games on like Thursdays or something
Huh.
on TNT.
That's
Like maybe they got a bigger deal or something.
Yeah, if you go from there to TNT, that is a bigger issue. And Fox got another show called Alert. It's supposed to be an Amber Alert, but now they just use the Alert. And the guy from Hawaii Five-0 that played Dano, he's in his show. Tyron's in the show. Fox is executive producer, and hopefully I'll be on this.
Well, the
Friday.
dude, RD, he was on a podcast and he told how he got the deal, and he basically said he got the deal because of Fox, you know.
Yeah.
And he brought the people to his house, and Fox just sold them up. Like, look,
Oh,
he said he was talking to the people. He didn't even know Jamie was behind him,
And then he was like, he turned around, Jeremy was right there. He listened to the whole conversation. And then he just jumped in like, look, this is the dude right here. This is the guy. And he really got him that whole opportunity.
Well, Fox, as far as closing, like you introduce him to people, he can close it. That nigga gonna close it, whatever. You guys shut the fuck up. Sometimes people get in the way and go, hey, let me tell you one more thing. No, nigga, let this motherfucker finish.
No.
But yeah, he got this. It's a dope show, man. It's a dope show.
Yeah, it's dope. I actually liked it. I really messed with it. I've been following him for years on social media. So
yeah, he started out just being.
I like cars and stuff.
He started out just like he would get cars if we need him for a project, or Fox wanted to just see what car what it felt like, and then next thing you know, man, they got the show going. But anyway, DJ out there Vegas. Yeah. Monday, you gonna come through before you leave, right?
Monday, yeah. Before I leave, I'm coming through. Like I said,
we hold you to that.
I'm gonna make sure I ain't even no baby. I'm making sure I get the day off. So I can be there for the Monday show, man.
All right, dog.
We'll do what I got to do.
Or maybe he can get a route out here or something.
You can drop a package off this way.
Yeah.
It is what you watching Wednesday. I'm going to start off because this show is fire. Y'all got to watch. It's a fantastic show. And it's called Reasonable Doubt. So if you ever get a chance, check it out. It is fire. It's on, I can't try to look at it. You remember what network? Oh, it's on Hulu. So you got to go to Hulu, and it's on their platform, and you can watch it without the commercials. It's actually a really, really, really good show.
Never heard of it.
What's the young lady from? What's the young lady, the exec producer? What's her name? Carrie, not Carrie, but fuck, Nick, you there?
I'm looking it up now.
Let's see. I cannot pronounce the lead lady's name. Her name is shit. There's no fucking way I can pronounce that name. You want to try it? Wanzer?
Imiyatsi?
Yeah. Imiyatsi? I don't think that's it, but it's close.
I think that's it.
It's close enough. It's got 9 episodes. It's actually really, really, really good show.
What is it about?
So she's a lawyer. And she's defending this black millionaire of a rape murder charge. And but there's other things going on. So it has multiple stories in there. Her and her husband don't live together, but he got a camera in her house. And so she fucked the dude that was supposed to be watching her. And the husband's watching the whole thing at the house. But she knew that.
Oh, she did know.
She was staring at the camera the whole time she was fucking dude on the couch. And the sex scenes, they go for it. I was really surprised. Kerry Washington is the executive producer and writer.
She's not in it?
No, she's exec, and she directs. So, but it's really, really good. You can see where she took some of her show and put it on this. The young lady is very intelligent. The character is, and it starts off where she's tied up, and you see a gun at her chest or shoulder, more or less. And then the screen goes dark, and you hear the shot, and then it starts the show, and it says a year earlier or 6 months earlier. So it starts that way, and you kind of got to figure out who it is that shot her, or if she's dead. You don't know if she's dead or not. I haven't gotten to the end of it, but it's really, really, it's 100% on Rotten Apples, and they don't give 100% on shit.
No,
and they gave it 100% on Rotten Apples. But I'm gonna tell you now, you know I don't never miss on this shit. You gotta watch it. You gonna love it. Ladies gonna love it. The fellas gonna love it. The young lady that, like I said, that plays the lead is fire. I haven't seen her anything else, but she's definitely fire. What the fuck? This motherfucker just started on his own. There's a magic finger in here. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? Have you seen the show?
They just hung up.
Good, they just hung up.
They'll call.
So you gotta watch it. Nick, you gonna watch it? Because I sent it to you.
Yeah, I don't like watching series of. Yeah.
Me either, but if you watch the first one, you keep going. That's only. See, if I watch the first one and I go, okay, I like it. I'm feeling it.
Caller.
Yeah, but then I got to get into the characters, and I told you I started watching Law and Order.
Which one? The beginning one?
SVU. And you know what I realized?
Oh, SVU, yeah.
I realized something, like, it's a horrible show.
Why? People die?
No, not the concepts of the show. The characters, like the Olivia character, is probably the worst character I've seen on television.
Oh, because she got raped?
No, not for that reason, right?
Oh.
It's just that, like, her opinion, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, every other show, it's all about the victim, and then it's let's break the law for the sake of doing the case. Then the next show is, it's more about the victim than the law. The law. I'm just sitting there like,
they do contradict themselves
this is
on all those shows.
Yeah, and it's like, but it's her character. Like everybody else is pretty consistent of who they are, but she's the main one that's kind of.
I didn't like when they made Whatcom's son gay. I didn't see no.
Ice-T son. I
didn't see no purpose in. And again, it's fiction. It's not real.
Ice-T is a pimp that has a white woman. In real life,
yeah,
so you gotta break that up a little bit.
You gotta knock him down a little bit.
He pimping a white woman in real life.
Carla, what's your name? Where you calling from?
It's this show on Netflix called Cabinet of Curiosities.
I'm good.
Okay, Speedy, you.
I'm playing. Is it good?
Yes.
Okay.
It's 8 different directors with 8
I like
different
that.
stories.
I like that. But now, do the stories kind of go together, or they're all different?
They're all different.
Okay.
And this is something that I was thinking that since
a polar bear.
You have since you write and you have other people that write, you all can come up with 8 different stories, 8 to 9 different stories.
I actually like that. That's
and have them directed. And you can put that on Netflix too, so you all's writing can be put out there as more so you guys different styles of writing.
But Vern, so I want you to watch Reasonable Doubt and tell me what you think, because Nick said he can't watch the series no more.
I can't do it, Vern. Hey, it's a wrestling series out there that I started to watch. Yeah, Law and Order is pretty crappy now that I'm older and I have a different opinion about life. Like it's not that entertaining.
It's a wrestling series.
Yeah, it's a series. Vernon, what's the show about the wrestlers called?
Tackle Me. Tackle Me.
It's a reality show.
Squeeze me.
You know what, Wanzer? Get kicked in your good eye.
Whoa.
Hold me down. Tighter.
Got you.
Pin me.
3 taps.
I'm trying to
hold me.
I don't know. I don't watch
flip me.
that type of
Oil,
stuff. I just watch the matches. I don't
say
watch
flip me.
I'm not a
Suplex
fan like
me.
that. I don't watch everything they have coming out.
Okay, well, the TV show I seen the pilot for it. It looked better than the actual wrestling. Like it was about the backstories of
I'm
wrestlers.
good. I don't need to see that shit.
Well, I mean that's gonna always.
You never.
I don't like wrestling.
Hold on, but you never seen a fine wrestler?
Nope.
Be wondering
Nope.
how did this fine woman get caught up in wrestling?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I mean, he just said a fine wrestler. I was like,
I seen your face get deterred. Like I've seen.
Nick.
Okay.
So look, if you watch
I
your show,
have a question for you all before I.
It
hang
better
up.
be what he's
I
just
want
talking
you to-
about.
yes, it's okay to be called him
I
at the end of
want,
the day.
yeah, it's a female wrestler. She's the AEW champion.
The
Just
black
put
girl, right?
AEW women's champion.
The black girl.
And that's the woman that Bow Wow was trying to holler at.
Yeah,
And
she
here's
almost
the
beat
question,
Bow Wow up.
holler at
Yeah.
her.
how you the
cold.
champion of a fake fight?
No, she fine. Hey,
You know what?
Wanzer.
I'm gonna put it like this.
fine.
She fine?
If
finna
you
say it.
can't
What is
do
it called, or
I'm
what?
not-
What's this girl name? What's her name? What's her name, Vern?
Yeah, what's her name, Vern?
I don't know.
You know,
I don't
nigga. You
pay
got her
attention to
poster, nigga.
AEW.
All right, she's in what? The A what?
She's the AEW women's champion.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
Speedy said,
But
how you
Wanzer,
spell
here's
AEW?
something. Wanzer, I want you to do this for
How
me.
you spell?
I want you to put the same respect on that, just as like you're putting you put respect on comedy,
Uh-huh.
and you think that's and people and before a lot of people like y'all said, y'all think it's easy, and it's not. I want you to get in a ring, even though I know
He wants you in a ring.
that it's a lot of it is choreographed. I want you to do that 300 and some odd days out the year without being hurt,
He want to see
and
you in the
let me
ring.
know if that's easy.
Right, so, yeah, you turn
Any
my shit down.
performing is easy.
You turn me all the way down.
Yeah, but
Hold up, Vern.
They trying to get their headset right. They older. So
Speedy turned me
Did y'all pick?
down.
hold on, Vern.
Well,
I'm finna pull
our
this
birthday
girl up.
girl's here, and she's she has sensitive ears.
No, nigga, these shit's loud.
Okay, what's up?
Can you
what's
turn me
up,
back
Dad?
up?
How
You
doing?
turn me all the way down.
No, it's not you. It's
Caleb,
just
close your mic.
Yeah,
It's
there we
just
go.
when you all hear something, it bothers me when people say stuff like that when they have.
Why does it sound like you
real-
spitting?
Because you want something to eat. That's why.
Oh wow, that's funny. Nigga. That's funny,
Oh,
Vern.
and here's something that's new on. Here's something that's new on Netflix that I want everybody to try to watch so we can talk about it next
Is
Wednesday.
it the blonde girl? Is it the black blonde girl?
Yeah, she cold. I just put a
Oh,
picture
yeah, I
up.
see her picture. Yeah, she dope.
Talking about.
Yeah.
So Vern, I didn't say it was. I didn't say it was difficult. I didn't say it wasn't difficult. I didn't say that.
You said it was fake.
Oh, she's cute.
So
But it is fake though.
You're trying to unlegitimize something that it takes people years to get into.
So
if it takes time and it takes, you know what? I'm not gonna do this.
I would hang up. That's what I would have did.
Well, Vern, I'm not trying to illegitimize the complexity of the sport. All I'm saying is that
shit ain't real.
All I was asking is how you going to be the champion of a
there
fake
she is
fight.
right there. And Bow Wow tried to get at her?
She tried to beat Bow Wow up, nigga.
And I
She
say
cold.
again, how can you call it fake if you're not?
What do you think,
participating
K-Dot?
in
What do you think?
I can call it fake because the winner is predetermined. It's a script.
I don't blame Bow Wow, nigga.
It's called the show. The show I want everybody
B
to
got a
watch
game
is
Friday.
called Wednesday. The show is called Wednesday, guys.
Okay, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, Vern.
Thank you, Vern.
She got too many muscles for me.
She fine. Look at that.
That nigga,
She get it. She'll
look like
beat
a
you.
G- a
She'll
G.I.
beat the
Joe.
brakes off you. Soon as you pull up in that motherfucker, half of Winnebago.
She gonna lift your Prius up, nigga.
She got too many abs.
She got too many abs.
She got shit you don't have.
Too many abs.
Is that what it-
Yeah, you
She
can't
too
have,
healthy for you, though.
You can't have more abs than I got. Fuck that
Well,
shit.
you don't have no abs, mother.
Well, there it is.
Well,
She's the champ.
Your
Nick?
whole body of abs.
Nick, she's
nigga.
the champ?
Yeah, she's a champ, and this is another one too. She's pretty too. Look at all these pretty black sisters in this wrestling thing. When I seen her, I was like, she looks like an athlete, like somebody who's probably a track star or something.
Mm-hmm.
But I was just curious. About like what would make an attractive woman be a wrestler. Like I was just curious. Like that's an interesting.
Money?
I don't think it paid like that. It looks like a hard job.
Motherfuckers.
That's what I'm saying. Like it looks like a hard job not to get paid a lot of money for it. So.
Well, the elephant's in the room. Happy birthday, bitch!
Did you just call her an elephant?
Yeah, this nigga's like, you elephant.
Yeah, that was rude.
You doing all great, motherfucker.
Yeah, great point.
Anyway, so I heard
Uh-oh.
you was mad funny on Monday.
oh.
No one hit me about yesterday, but I know you killed it. How'd it go?
It was cool. Like, I enjoyed myself. I think I was pretty funny. I always think I'm funny, actually.
Yeah, well, I'm my worst critic. If I record or somebody records me and I see it, I'm like, fuck, why I should did this joke this way? Why I missed that?
Lost weight.
Do that. Like,
Do you like watching yourself back?
Of course not. Look at him.
do we like watching his back?
Look at him. You ever seen a picture
No,
of
I mean,
yourself?
do you like watching yourself?
No.
From angle?
The video playback
Yeah,
of
not straight on.
My side view?
of your stand-up comedy routine. Do you like watching your
Maybe
playback?
sit down.
Yes.
Come.
But I don't record myself. But if I've seen stuff I've
you
done
shy?
on BT. I stopped recording myself. Shit.
We only get so long in panoramic vision.
Yeah, gotta click on landscape.
Anyway, niggas.
This nigga gotta use a 360 machine.
Let me put it on a
He be
field.
dancing in the middle.
Put it on field view.
Anyway, so no. I if I do watch myself, I more critique what I'm doing. I don't laugh.
You critique your body or your jokes. Some people.
You do know you
suck
my
my
son.
stomach in.
I know this
You
for a
do know
fact.
you my
I know this
son.
for a fact.
I
Some
feel like it's motivation. He's just up there trying to like.
a lot of actors don't watch themselves on camera. It's not because they're performers. They don't like to see themselves on camera.
Well, I mean, I don't.
It is weird.
Yeah, like
Yeah, I don't. That's why I don't record myself. But if someone,
So I'm asking,
like,
is it because you don't like to see just seeing yourself on camera,
No.
or you don't like to listen
no, I'm
to your material
critiquing
back?
what I'm saying, or
Gotcha.
I'll go, damn, I missed that joke, or I should have said this, or
Paying attention
something like
to
that.
me,
Yeah, I'm not paying attention to me.
critiquing, like my set,
Like how you stand in, how you
Yeah.
communicate with the crowd, that kind of thing.
like,
Gotcha.
what am I doing? Like, I have little things like I suck my teeth sometimes. I used to say, you know what I'm saying, a lot.
I say that a lot.
So I.
No,
I had to learn
saying.
Yeah, I had to learn how to.
So
put
how
that
do you
in.
catch yourself when you're about to? Because it's a natural thing, right?
So when I'm practicing.
You practice
Sometimes.
Okay, well,
So I can get the. You know what I'm saying?
the rhythm.
No, like.
You know what
if
I'm saying?
Looking at myself in the mirror and like.
You look
I
at
kinda-
yourself.
Yeah, all the time, my nigga.
Look at that cute girl.
I'm very attractive. If I'm looking at myself and then I'm going through the set, then I'll start listening to when I'm saying it. So I was catching it in my set. So
Oh,
I
okay,
learned how
got
to
it,
not
got it, got
say
it.
I'm like, oh, I'm about to go into this joke, and normally I'll say this.
The thing that you normally say,
Right.
and sometimes for those who listen to this, those are just our bridge to whatever.
You know what I'm saying?
Like someone told me, you laugh between your jokes, and I'm like, I do.
My mic isn't on.
Yeah. Speedy says this.
That's probably an old. That's an old.
Shit, I'm hungry as shit. Anyways.
No, I don't never say that
If you hold
shit.
the mic too low, his stomach start growling.
We're gonna take an intermission.
So anyway, someone said you killed that you was on stage for. They didn't know you can go that long.
Yeah, I went an hour.
Oh shit!
What?
Yeah, I went
An hour?
Like some of it was.
There you go, okay there.
Yeah, like.
Which is still a good thing.
When I was going there though, I was learning that it's just things I'm learning. Like I'm learning I can do crowd work as opposed to just like everything has to be a joke.
Well, I wish if I were teaching comedians, I would teach them. I think your crowd work you do first, because what happens is, for me, I do that first, so they'll know, oh, this dude's funny. And if I go the guy with the big button shirts, so I do that, I may clown him at the top, but I can bring him back on a callback. Big buttons, you know what I'm talking about, right? And the crowd goes crazy, and that's. But you see, most of the new ones think I'm supposed to work the crowd my whole show. No, you work the crowd wherever you're gonna work it, and then you show them you got jokes. Because most people go, well, shit, if I came just for him to clown me, he ain't got no goddamn jokes.
No, it wasn't.
Not you. I'm not saying you.
But like the host his sets was too long, so like people started to get up.
Ooh.
So like I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna try to do. I'm gonna see how long I can get these people to sit here that's just sitting here, because it was late. Like it was like already 10:30. So like
niggas is dozing off.
Right. So they stayed till like 11:30. I was like, okay. I was like, I'm just up here now. Y'all ready to go?
So Speedy, what you're saying is that before going into your jokes cold with the audience, you have a chance to build a relationship with them.
Yeah, I like to show people I'm funny. So and I can't just go into knock knock, who's there? I don't do that. I like that my whole intro thing, which other people do, but whatever, is, hey man, y'all motherfuckers kind of cold when I came out, and that's just what the audience does, and then you bring them in, and they go, oh, this motherfucker funny, bam, and now their attention is on you, because the attention span of people in the audience is very short. You got your first joke don't hit, motherfucker like, so let me get two Crown Cokes, and they're not paying attention to you. That's why I told you your first joke has to be your second best joke, because you have to, especially when you're a new comic, you gotta get their attention. Right, otherwise, they go, "You ain't seen him on shit. Show your love for Anthony A.Wanzer," and they'll go just like this, and you go, "Yeah, it's crazy."
Damn,
so I got kids.
You seen him on?
Couldn't have been worse than what old girl did on Hope.
Well, that's what I do. Like, I go based on the intro. Like his intro was something about me, so I just followed it up.
There you go.
Carrying on with what he said. But if they just give the dry intro, that's where my hands.
I don't know why they dry. I think, but I don't like motherfuckers doing my credits. I'm like, nigga, because back in the day, you say credits, so the audience goes, oh, he has to be funny. Nigga, I'm like, fuck them credits. Just bring me up. Right. Hey, dude's funny as fuck. Give it up for Speedy.
Shit, now your credits too long.
He should be funny. We think he's funny. He should be. We haven't seen him
yet.
We'll
see.
You guys are probably going to like him. You don't get your money back, though. No guarantees. You got a phone call.
Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hello.
Hey, Speedy always look at it so be like, oh, I'm bloated. Hey.
Yeah, just ended your career.
Wasn't that bloated, nigga?
Talk to Mr. Caldwell like that.
Motherfucker, Nick, why is it they think they just call this show and say what the fuck they want to say?
And he had the nerve to call back, and I answered the phone.
That's what I was saying earlier about.
Hey, we can't hear K-Dot.
How you cannot hear K-Dot?
Somebody else said that too.
I don't know why. I can hear.
Nakia said that too.
We all can hear K-Dot.
Speedy, get your belly off the button.
Hilarious. Yes, they can't hear me, my nigga.
All right, I don't know. I must unplug it and plug it back in.
Testing 1 2 1 2. Cause I can hear me. You stepping on my cord though.
Probably what it is. Probably the belly touching the cord.
That's her earplugs.
I think it's belly sweat on her cord.
Can you hear me now?
So if you get a chance, man, check out the show.
Turn it all the way up, maybe because when I told you to fuck with it.
No, that wouldn't be over here. That's Nick.
Thumbs up if you hear K-Dot.
Yeah, Reasonable Doubt is a great show. Can you pronounce her name? She went to college.
She did.
Can you pronounce her name?
No. Not until I hear it.
Call it.
Not correctly. I can pronounce it.
Yeah,
but it's probably not. That doesn't mean you guys.
Yes, it does.
Phonetics is phonetics. Like
either you know it or you
what's
don't.
that mean?
You know,
We didn't go to college.
Here's the thing. I'm not gonna argue with niggas who didn't go to college.
I did. They gave me a check. I left. Caller, what's your name? Where you call from?
Right.
You know why a lot of people, like you said a few minutes ago, a lot of people decide that they want to put their credits out there for people to think that they funny, but that could be a double-edged sword with that shit.
Most of the time, it is.
You put all them credits out there, and then they be like, "This motherfucker ain't funny."
Yep. And then they be like, "You wasn't funny at all."
What did you say her name was?
And just like you said before,
I couldn't
working the crowd goes only.
What's her name?
Like you said before, working the crowd only goes so far. You can only do that so many times before people just be like, this motherfucker ain't funny or shit like that. Because, I'm not going to a show just
back in the day,
to talk shit.
They probably would do that, but now they just sit there.
And Yahtzee.
And it's just awkward. Like, if they don't find you funny, it ain't even like, damn, you ain't even funny. They just be sitting there staring at you.
Vernon, can you take a joke?
I'm a Yahtzee.
Because here's the thing back in the day. Here's the thing here. Just like Speedy can contest to this. In certain cities, if you're not funny, just like if you're not funny, they gonna tell you you're not funny.
Well,
They're
certain cities.
Pull your ass off the stage.
Well, certain cities.
Right.
In New Jersey, it was Bill Bellamy's club, Peppermint Lounge. If Bill wasn't there, you was for sure gonna get booed. That's just it is what it is. And then if Bill was there, they only came to see Bill Bellamy. In Chicago, at the Cotton Club, which was Bernie Mac's club.
That's racist.
They pretty much, nigga, they only wanted to see Bernie, but you could make them laugh, you can go get them. Here in L.A., it was a club in the jungle that they was really hard on comics. You had to bring it, motherfucker, because they was like, nigga, be funny.
And like y'all said, the worst thing a crowd can do is just sit there and look at you.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Well, that means you're not funny.
That's like, that's the worst thing they could do. Is just
It's
sit there and
actually,
look at you.
it's actually, if you really want to become a strong comic, it's the best thing for you. Because most motherfuckers go, it's the audience. No, nigga, your jokes didn't make them. They paid to get in.
No, most of the comedians go on attack.
Yeah.
They find somebody.
wrong with you?
I was finna say that.
I'd be like, damn.
This nigga with the one eye.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
I'm getting paid.
Yeah.
Fuck y'all. I'd be like, whoa.
Whoa, right.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be funny.
Thank you, Vern.
And
Nigga, you said A?
You're supposed to be funny. Yeah, I never understood that, Pops. I be saying that too. Like, comedians, when they start to bomb, I don't know if it's newer comedians, I don't know if it's happened back
It's
the other
sometimes
day,
newer ones.
but they'd just blow up at the crowd.
Yeah.
And like,
What's wrong with you, motherfucker?
show y'all, nigga. I'm getting paid.
But they're young. No, they're not.
No, they not. Yeah, I can attest to that.
Yeah, they're not. But they think, and because their ego says it can't be my jokes. My friends laughed at this shit. My mama thought I was funny. No, nigga, it's you.
You're all in a bad mood.
Yeah.
And that's
People that paid to come.
That
this
sucks when you have like lots of support. Like this one comedian, he gets lots of support, but it always be his family. So I'd be like, you're not really getting critique, my nigga. Like your family.
You got to get outside that bubble.
Is gonna. Like they come to all his shows, and I'd be like, damn,
that's good.
Yeah, they support like a motherfucker.
No,
It's good, but it's not good.
No, I'm just saying. I'm not talking about that part.
No, from a motivational aspect,
right.
like that's
From
very
a support
encouraging. Yeah, that's encouraging. Like
That's cool, which you got to follow him. But what are you gonna do when you go to ATL and you got to do Uptown, and your family ain't there, or the niggas that know you funny ain't there, and you got to do them jokes that normally get a laugh, nigga. And you go, and then he was running. It's crazy. Ooh, where's my mama? Shit.
Ooh,
Yeah. Well, y'all.
my uncle was
tough
laughing
crowd.
at
Tough crowd.
The turtleneck was red.
It's crazy. Yeah, I want to thank y'all for coming out this evening. I'll be Speedy. I told you I did on my first joke, nigga. I got out of there.
Did you ever hear this? It's hilarious.
I heard it.
I refused.
He said, I
didn't
got
wanna
out
bomb.
of there.
Yeah, this V8 tomato joke.
Yeah.
Now I want to bomb.
Left the
Them
stage.
motherfuckers didn't. They did just like that. I said, I want to thank you guys for coming out there. I've been Speedy. May God bless you all, and may
Shoulda
God
got a
be
V8.
in your soul and your heart.
Should have got a
And
V8.
nigga, I you know how a motherfucker mingle? No, nigga, I was in my car on the 405. Super fast.
Did you cry?
That ain't
No,
that
Don't
ain't
lie,
even me.
Speedy.
I didn't. No,
Look, man, this is a safe space.
Yeah,
Did you
it
pull
ain't.
over and cry, nigga?
No, I never cried.
Not one
Oh,
tear.
did you
Not one tear.
not? go first and cry.
Now, when you bombed that night, did you seek any?
Well, technically, you don't even know if you bombed. You got out of there.
I left.
He did. He didn't get
I
laughed.
refused.
He told one
left,
joke.
And then the next time I went on, the guy said, my boy said, "Yo, man," and he didn't see the show I bombed on. He was like, "Yo, man, if you ain't funny, you can't come back." Which for me was like, okay, nigga. I went on that motherfucker. Said I didn't do that joke I did over there though. That motherfucker's been in the trash since '92.
But has it ever been the audience? Like, have you ever been to where you just looked out?
They paid to come, Nick. It can't be the audience.
I don't know.
Thank you for
It
it.
cannot be the audience. They paid to be there.
When you did the tomato joke and they didn't laugh, did you keep saying tomato? Tomato.
Nah. As soon as they did, because I felt like the punchline was, you could have had a V8.
Did you
Well,
laugh?
thank everybody for coming out this
like
evening.
a car?
Did you laugh when you wrote the joke?
I was chuckling. I thought it was. I'm in the mall,
No,
I see this dude. I'm with some girl, and I said this other girl. She was fine. I was like, and it came to me like, damn, you could have had a V8.
You know,
and I seen the commercial, and I'm like, that's a joke.
I did a joke recently, and usually where I get the laugh, where I know I get the laugh, I didn't get it, and I kind of waited because I was like, the fuck is wrong with y'all? That's where the laugh comes in at, right? And it didn't come, so then I kept going with it, and then it came somewhere else with something else I hadn't done. I extended it a little bit.
Didn't come with that joke.
So get rid of that joke.
So what was the lesson you gathered from that?
Don't do that.
Keep
audience.
going.
Keep going.
Oh yeah, you never stop.
Yeah,
Right.
even if you don't get it at that particular punchline, then you can extend it, or
So-
I didn't let the joke go, so they didn't really know that wasn't like
So
where
let
it
me,
was
so let me
supposed
ask
to
you a
come.
question. Let me tell you what I did learn. That's why I don't like open mics. Was this like an open mic or?
It was the audition.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
because
Oh.
like
and it was all comedians.
right, and
So-
like
so-
that,
so you're not
right.
gonna get the
So
laugh.
you're not gonna get the laugh.
So don't count that.
Right. So don't. Yeah. Like and that's why I don't like to do open
nigga,
mics. Like I'd rather bomb with a like
A
chicken and
regular
crowd.
crowd.
Right.
The worst show I ever had to do, I auditioned for. What's the one
Thank you.
the comedy show Bill Bellamy used to host?
I don't know.
It was
I was a child.
It was a comedy competition. It was a comedy competition. Anyway, so they did. So I hit Bill, and I'm like, "Yo, man, I'm trying to get in that." He said, "Okay, don't do the LA one. Go down San Diego. Go to a different area, and you'll be good." So I think I went to another area of the city and did it, and it was all the producers, motherfuckers that was the PAs. They had them come in, and they were the audience for the comedians.
Oh, terrible.
And I'm sitting there going, what the fuck?
Yeah, they ain't gonna.
And then, shit, nigga, I said, it's crazy. Thank everybody. Well, y'all already here. And then you had the people who was critiquing you. But, I moved on. Anyway.
But you didn't. The last one definitely not gonna be the same.
Not going to be there. Not going to be there. So, yeah, if you're doing auditions, don't even think about, you just need to impress them enough to go, hey, okay, we
Well, somebody
we got
will
some
come
jokes.
at the end and be like, "You're funny."
Yeah, you're funny.
Yeah.
Can I ask you guys a question? And this
Yeah.
is strictly coming from somebody who just watches the comedians. I never think that the joke is funny. Like, from somebody who absorbs it,
Because you heard every joke.
No, but I never think the joke is funny. Like, you never hear somebody say, oh, that joke was funny. They always say that comic was funny.
The person.
Right. So I always wonder, do you guys, like, as the person, do you...
I don't never separate it. It's all the same. Joke and me is the same.
Well, I'm saying, like, to Wanzer's point, right, he was saying, like, oh, he didn't think, I understand the scenario was different, but he was saying, like, oh, that joke didn't work, right? So he's relying on his jokes to be funny.
That he think is funny.
That's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
he's going, okay, I'm going to make him
But
laugh.
he didn't understand the audience.
No. What I'm saying is,
No, he
as
said he
as
understood
As a
that.
comic, you're going, okay, I have these jokes, right? And these jokes are going to hit. They're going to make you laugh, whatever. Versus saying, I'm funny.
No, I say I'm funny.
Regardless of what happens on stage.
Oh, I'm funny.
Yeah, I'm funny.
Right, so
Like
it don't matter if the
I
joke
can
hit.
write
Don't matter if
jokes,
the
but
joke-
like I
Right.
know I'm funny.
So that's what I'm asking. Like,
Which is also why I was able to fix it.
so
But it took you a minute.
Yeah.
Where me, I'd have popped it right then because I know what joke to go to, or I'll find something to segue to get the funny in there. Not for that where he was at, that wasn't gonna happen.
Right.
Because that's a different type of audience. But you can do. I told this one story. I'm in Detroit. And I'm working the audience, and brother had the sweater on like that. And I said, look at
Hilarious.
sweater vest and sweater. I did the whole sweater thing. And my man in the middle of my goddamn show said, nigga, this Detroit, nigga, we beat your ass here. And the whole audience went, ooh, did the ooh shit. And I was like, and at that moment, I said, well, I can't let, because, nigga, I'm headlining. I said, I can't let this nigga fuck my shit up. So I was just like, my bad, dog. I apologize. From now on, my jokes, we're going to go for here, and back. I'm not going to fuck with you no more. It's here. And I just kept doing that. By the time I got to the 8th time, the audience was saying, from here, and back. Then his friends start laughing. Now, once your friends laugh to me, nigga, you ain't, your tough shit go out the window. They laughed at you. Mm-hmm. You got to whoop their ass first, then come get me. So
hilarious.
That's how I fixed that to get, because the audience went with the ooh, which means I lost them. And this was my first time in this particular club in Detroit. And I was like, nigga, I can't fuck this up. I got to come back. And I killed that motherfucking room.
This how I do, right? It's always somebody there that I know relate to me. And I was like, as long as they laugh, somebody going to laugh. Like, it's always going to be one person in there that's going to laugh.
Or a few.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But, like, from my mindset, it's like, this joke, I'm going to make somebody laugh. As long as I make somebody laugh, then I need to just kick off the rest of the laughs. So my goal is always just to make at least one person laugh in the audience. Because then after that, it's easier for me. Because I'm like, oh, I'm funny to this motherfucker. That means I can be funny to all these motherfuckers.
Hey, give me your cash app.
It is...
It's a birthday, y'all.
It was yesterday, but thank you.
Celebrate all week.
Say it was today, you get more money.
No, people gave me money yesterday. I'm just very grateful for what I got. But if you want to keep contributing,
what'd you get?
None of your business.
Yeah, what we get.
Y'all didn't get nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't ever.
It's your birthday, bitch.
Don't ever. $KD OTT 24.
How was the turnout yesterday?
Oh, it was very good. It was very good. At Rob shit, it was good.
There you go, Rob.
Yeah, Rob always had a nice turnout. And then Ron G is funny. Ron G was on there.
Ron G funny as fuck.
Yeah, he's funny as fuck.
Ron G funny as fuck. I think Ron is that guy. I really do. I'm surprised he hasn't gotten a Netflix special. But it should
I know, like he's on a sitcom. I mean he working. You feel me? Yeah, because he's hilarious.
He's funny as fuck. I knew him when he first got here, man. I said, God damn, this young nigga. And when I see young comics like that, funny, I go, okay, I gotta go back in the lab, gotta pull out some other shit. Shout out to I saw Deion Cole's special. I thought it was cool. I thought it was funny.
I liked it. I didn't like it more than the first one, but I liked it.
Yeah, it was funny. And shout out to the thing with his mom at the end was fire. Because my mom just passed as well. And my mother would come to my shows and she would over laugh. Like I could hear my mother laughing.
Hilarious.
And everybody else would be kind of chuckling. And she's like, "Oh my God, this is so funny, Speedy." I said, "I don't think you're supposed to say Speedy."
Did you ever? Were there ever certain jokes that you didn't do because your mom was there? You're like,
I cussed and everything. She had never heard me cuss. And she said, "You were funny, but do you got to cuss like that?" I said, "Yeah, man." Yeah. And I said that in all. So when we was on tour, we're doing the Blame It tour, and people were bringing their kids to to Fox's concerts. So I go out, I do the first 25 minutes, and I see people with their kids. I say, "Hey, motherfuckers, I'm not changing my act because you couldn't find no fucking babysitter." And I would do all my shit and go, "Well, you shouldn't have bought them because I'm gonna be talking about sucking dick." So, no, you girls might as well get your kids used to this shit. So the audience doesn't dictate what I do, but I think comics sometimes don't read rooms. Like my thing, and if you're a comedian out there, not saying you should do it like me, but it works. I watch everybody in front of me, just so you'll know, and that's if you're headlining, just so you know what jokes they've done. You can see what works, what doesn't work. Maybe somebody did a joke about abortions, and it don't work. Not saying you got one, but now you know, okay, this audience ain't that kind of audience. They ain't finna venture into some goofy shit. So I think every comic, if you want to be a comedian, watch the motherfuckers in front of you. Yeah, to see what the room is doing.
I saw somebody do the exact same joke that you do. So then I was like, "Did Speedy steal a joke?"
Why would you say I stole it?
Well, no, I'm not saying that. But I'm just saying. Did. But I know. But I'm just saying he did the same joke. Remember I told you?
Oh, you talking about Buddy?
Yeah, and I was like,
somebody else told me that.
Somebody else told you?
Yeah, and I didn't know Buddy had did that joke. But again, I don't. That's why I don't go to. That's one reason why I don't go to comedy clubs because. At this moment in my career, people might think I'm there to take jokes, or which I don't. But they'll assume because you are here and people are doing these jokes that you're going to take their premise. So I don't do comedy clubs. So I haven't seen Buddy do the joke. But I knew somebody said, well, he did something similar to what you did on stage. But Buddy saw me perform 2 weeks ago. He was on the show. And I did that joke that they're saying he did. But, I don't give a fuck. I always look at it like this. If someone does a joke similar to mine, I can take my joke out if we're on the same show together and do something else. But can they take their shit out and not do it? I doubt it. But, me and Buddy go back. So if he did it, I don't give a fuck. Don't bother me.
Well, what you do if somebody take your joke? You gonna confront them?
It's gonna happen on your end. It's gonna happen.
Well, yeah, because if it's like a very specific
to
joke,
you,
like the electric car, like the exact same thing, I'm like, motherfucker, like
that's my shit.
That shit would piss you off.
Yeah.
If somebody took your
that's
actual,
not what she asked you. She said, "What you gonna do?"
Oh, I would definitely confront them.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a funny joke, but you gotta understand too, because you guys are not just starting out, but you're gonna be seen at the clubs. It's gonna be people in the audience, comics in the audience who are gonna see those jokes, go to Chicago and do the motherfucker.
That's fucked up.
And you may not get there for 2 years from now, but they're
2
going
years
now.
from now, I'll be like, that motherfucker stole my joke. You know
I'm saying, right? If you steal my joke, I'm beating your ass.
So, it wasn't. I don't think it was Sinbad. Was it Sinbad? I think it was Sinbad.
I know he didn't steal no joke.
So, what's my man? He's from Atlanta. I can't remember his name. So he had this joke he would do. I think he played a pimp or he did something at the end of his show. So Sinbad did the same thing on his special when they were in Aruba. Mm-hmm. And nigga, that dude was in tears, like literally, because that was his get off the stage joke. Mm-hmm. And he would kill. He was from Atlanta. I can't remember his name. He's from Atlanta and would destroy. And he'd leave the stage. He's dressed as a pimp. Boom, he out. Nigga, Sinbad did that shit on his special. Bro, he's in tears. But what you gonna do? It's Sinbad. Joke gone.
Damn.
Same thing that happened with Big Les when she did Precious joke.
Yeah,
right?
that's fucked up.
There's nothing you can do. It's gone. And you can be mad. And Precious was hot. She had a reason to be hot. But a Big Les thing was, somebody wrote that joke for me. I had never seen her do it. But you got to know, too, that if a comic call you out and you Big Les, just slide them some cash. Hey, my bad. I didn't know this person wrote this joke, not knowing that. Here you go. Because people have ghostwriters, and those ghostwriters just want to get paid. So, yeah, they're going to take the shit they saw you do, hand it to them. The motherfuckers do the electric car joke. You like, what the fuck? And they go, well, somebody wrote that for me.
Like, well, I gotta whoop both of y'all's ass. So
like I said, so that's where I'm at. Like, I'm evaluating my level. I'm like, what status am I at when these situations occur? Am I still at like whoop your ass status, or now I gotta just be the bigger person?
You don't want to, but you would hope if it's someone that's a bigger comic than you, would be like, well, I'll tell you what, man, come on and write with me. Or can you write some stuff for me?
I would hope so. Like,
yeah, so that's
why
what
I try to move with good energy.
Have to be something like that. You can't just steal my shit and be like, fuck you. Because, all right.
No, because they're going to say, no, somebody wrote the joke for me. Mm-hmm. They're never going to say
and I would say, okay, well, what are we going to do about it? Because I'm telling you what happened.
Right.
But they don't have to do anything.
They don't have to.
Because once the joke is done on TV, it's a wrap for that joke.
Well, you got an ass whooping coming.
Really?
Yeah. If you're not going to do nothing about it, if you're just going to be like, oh, well, nah, that ain't cool.
Was.
You can't just take shit from people. I mean, I did, but that's different. We talking about candy and shit like that, nigga. You can't steal
what you watching,
joke.
baby girl?
I watched some movie called The Paper Tigers.
Paper Tiger?
It was on Netflix.
Netflix don't have shit on it.
Oh, so that shit was about
Netflix
like
is slipping. They gonna give me back my money.
Niggas who was young, it was really good at kung fu, and then they got older and wasn't really good at that shit.
Was it like Japanese people?
No, it was like a comedy kind of.
Oh, okay.
And then I watched this other Netflix movie called R.I.P.D. So it's about.
Oh yeah. But you saw the first one, right?
No.
This was
that's a two.
That's a two.
Oh.
The first one was actually in the movies.
Oh wow.
Which was what's my man name?
Cause I was like, I didn't know how to feel about it. I was like, it's kind of racist.
Yeah, I didn't watch it because I know it's a lower version of the original.
So what? It's about people who are dead, but their souls go to heaven. But if they were in like law enforcement or whatever, their soul will get transferred to the RIPD, which is like heaven's police. Yeah.
It's RPT 2.
Comedy,
is what it is.
obviously.
Yeah, and so then they'll come back down to earth and like look for souls that came from hell that possess people.
I forgot who did this.
So like, but they don't come back in their original form, their body. They'll come back as somebody else. So it was a white dude and a white woman. She was Joan of Arc in her previous life, and he was like a sheriff in a western, like that time. Nigga, they came back as two black women.
I know.
Yeah, well, they appeared as two black women in a town that had like one other black person. You know what I'm saying? And they out here saving
funny.
souls, shooting. I was just like, yo,
This is not.
yeah, it was just. I watched it because it's just one of them things you'd be like,
No.
I'm gonna just keep watching it, like just to see where this shit go.
Did you laugh at any point?
No, because I was so confused about them being black women, and like
that's a hell of a decision.
yeah,
to
like
make.
you know what I'm saying. And then all these white people in this time, which it was just so unrealistic. But I was
So
just
the
like,
original one was this one. With
Oh, with
Ryan
the
Reynolds
dude,
and Jeff
yeah.
Bridges. So
oh,
that's
man,
the one that was in the actual
that
movies.
shit must have been horrible.
And then they came back with this one, and so this guy who's on Law and Order, I guess left Law and Order again. He came back and then he left.
Jamal Moore?
No.
Stabler.
No. What's my man from Blackish?
Lawrence Fishburne?
Oh,
Anthony Anderson.
yeah.
Anthony Anderson was on the other version of Law and Order. He came back and then he left again. They brought in another black dude. So this is So they plan. These people are black.
Yeah. So like
Why is the
that's
white girl's hair braided? What the fuck?
because she was Joan of Arc in her former life, my nigga. That's who she was.
Her hair to be braided. What the fuck is that?
R.I.P.D. It's a movie. R.I.P.D. 2: Rise of the Damned.
Yeah, the original one.
Oh,
like I
that's
said,
crazy.
Yeah, it was.
had
it
Ryan
was
Reynolds.
Super. I was just like,
Ryan
yeah.
Reynolds, I like, but not like every movie. As long as he plays fucking
Thank you.
They send some money, cool.
Yeah, appreciate
we
y'all.
going to eat, cool.
Take you out to eat.
It is your birthday.
Much.
Happy birthday, bitch.
Yeah, you heard. Thank you.
Happy birthday. You what? 41?
45.
45. You just caught up to me.
I did. You're a little.
By the way,
behind.
guys, I had a birthday in September. If you want my cash out, does that count? September,
No, that's kind
A little ways away,
Yeah,
though.
that's too
October,
far back.
November. It's not too far.
No, it is 2 months, so it's too far.
Matter of fact, 2 more days, it'd be December.
Yeah, it'd be December.
Rent
Well,
due.
I should have told Fox when we was throwing that money. Hey, it's my birthday, right? I mind if I
been
keep some
like-
of this, do you?
Well, you was too busy slapping bitches on the ass with money.
Yeah.
That
To
was
be
your
keeping it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
This motherfucker. I never seen somebody so happy to be in a strip club.
Hey man,
He was.
I never not spent my money. That was the first time.
Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
That's the problem with these subpar movies that they put out. Then they get these sequels, and these sequels are worse
What a
than the original
sequels.
movie. These
Sequels.
movies be horrible. Like, if you ever seen The Sale, that was a pretty good movie.
The
but
what
The Sale
movie?
2,
The what movie?
The Sale.
CELL.
What the fuck? Jennifer Lopez. The Sale.
Oh yeah, I seen that. That was a while back.
That was good. Now, the second one was fucking one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life.
You know what I don't
Now-
like about Jennifer Lopez? That every movie she does, she's never married or dated a black guy in the movie. They're always white.
Wait a minute. Because that's what they stick her with.
No,
She has a way.
No,
she can change that if she wants to.
I know she can
don't.
because most of the time she's the executive producer, but she can change that. Again, these are fictional movies.
She's
And
going
I
after
just
the bigger.
think it's weird.
She wants the money.
Yeah, but
She
you
don't-
can say put a Latino or a black
Heck.
person in that character. They're
But
not real
who is
characters.
she married? Who is she dating in real life? Who's she married to? Ben Affleck. Let's
Well,
go. Let's keep going.
All right.
Now, Jeepers Creepers 1 and 2 was
What the
great.
fuck?
Everything after
What happened
that,
to my mic?
everything after Jeepers Creepers 2 was fucking horrible.
Why'd you watch one?
Why not?
Hilarious. He said, why not?
What you got to point there?
He said,
I mean,
was home.
just because you don't like it doesn't mean that everybody else doesn't like
Yeah, I
it.
didn't.
There are a lot of like Coming to America. They should have just kept that by itself and not made that other one. The other one was fucking horrible.
Yeah.
Well, because they didn't walk it down.
It doesn't matter why.
Yes, it
was
does.
fucking horrible.
That's the reason why it was horrible.
It taints the brand. It's just like what was that Scream? The Wayans brothers version of Scream. That shit. The first two were fire.
Scary
rest
movie.
of them were fucking horrible. Yeah. Everything after two
yeah.
was horrible.
Yeah.
Because, see, they sold the rights to it. Because, see, that's the thing I don't like about us. A lot of times we'll get some shit, it'd be a hit. These white folks convince us to sell the rights to it, then they want to run it into the fucking ground.
It lasts forever, you know?
Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, but then if you ever heard, they're supposed to be making another Jigsaw movie.
Uh-huh.
I thought that was the last one.
No, they're supposed to be making another one.
I saw. Did you see the Wick trailer? John Wick 4?
The who?
Yeah.
John Wick 4. Did you see it?
Oh, yeah.
You think they're going to be able to equalize?
Wait a minute. Here's something he said. Here's something he said. He's like, as long as he's able, he will do a John Wick movie. And as long as they keep the same people, doing these movies, they will never drop in value. Once you start trying to cut corners and get other people in and replace motherfuckers, then your value will go down, then the movies will start sucking. The movies get horrible.
Why are you sucking the movie?
Well, thanks, Byron.
You know what, Speedy? Have a nice day, because you on some bullshit.
He's sucking the good out the movie. Sucking good out this
that nigga say you sucking the good out the movie. I can't hear myself.
But
I
can't hear myself.
Yeah, something happened.
Yeah, something happened. Something drastic happened.
Right.
The mics went down.
I feel like I'm only talking in my head.
1, 2. There it is.
Right.
There you go. Nick.
Nah, I still.
So,
okay,
did you
now
guys
I
see
kinda
recently the interview that Sylvester Stallone did, where he's pissed off about some guy who basically stole or took somebody owns the
I don't know. She
Rocky
still jokes.
rights. The
He
rights to Rocky.
he don't own them?
No, he said he will never work on another Rocky movie.
Who?
And then he went into the whole thing of nothing against
Creed is his shit too.
Yeah, but he said he doesn't own the rights. Another guy did, and it was like he's really pissed off about how the guy did it. So basically, somebody did some sneak shit.
So usually in those situations, because at the time he probably did the movie, you're not thinking, "Oh, I should own the rights to this." And some other guy said, "You should get the rights. I could get it for you." And he goes, "Okay, do that for me." And he gets the rights, but then he take off and go the other way. And never.
Well, you know.
Do you feel like
it's good business and it's bad business.
Yeah. Do you feel like ideas belong to a person or to the people?
Well, they belong to the person until you provide them to the people.
I think it depends on the agreement. If I'm okay with selling it to you, that was the agreement. You know,
Disney, you can only patent things for a maximum of 100 years, whatever.
Well, I ain't gonna be here for that long.
So Disney's patent Mickey Mouse, right? So in 2024, the patent's up for Mickey Mouse.
What do you mean? Like somebody can draw it?
Anybody can take the Mickey Mouse image and put it on their clothing brand.
And Mickey Mouse can talk Jamaican.
Well, they do
now.
it anyway.
Yeah, well, you get sued now if they got the energy to do it. But in 2024, the patent's up, so anybody can use a Mickey Mouse image on anything. You know what I mean? So.
Well, here's the thing. Like, once it becomes monetized, it's not about belonging to, like, it's going to belong to whoever it needs to belong to as long as it's paying that person. Like, Sean John went to 12 different people, and now it's back to Diddy. So, like.
Oh, Diddy got it back?
Yeah, he brought it back.
And
then, like, so ideally, based on that premise, it's always going to be your idea, and you can sell it, and then eventually own it again.
I thought Sean John clothing was pretty good.
I thought Marshalls owned it.
No. When he had the outlet.
Yeah, I wish that was a brand that would, because Sean John to me was like a.
It was perfect.
Well, I like the velour suits. I
thought the suits were
and
fine.
The leather jackets.
I thought the jean. I thought just what Sean was doing. I thought it was pretty good, and then he sold it.
I think I think everybody should have their even Asians got Ling Knee. You know what I'm saying? So at least if you don't want to wear Nikes, you can wear Ling Knee. You know what I'm saying?
Who would make Nikes?
Which is cool. Like people need that option. So I feel like as black people, it's cool to wear. You know, whatever, Polo, Calvin Klein, whatever you want to wear. But I think we should at least have an option. You know what I'm saying? Or being the fact that we buy so many clothes, we should at least produce something.
Well, we do have options, but, like, unfortunately, we've been conditioned to associate things with wealth. So, like, if nobody wealthy is wearing it, generally, we don't have no desire to buy it.
Well, the thing is, too, is, like, our brands expire. Theirs don't. Louis Vuitton's been around. Ralph Lauren's been around.
But I think they do that.
No, it don't expire because like I bought Sean John stuff. Like he just stopped making it.
You'll look ridiculous.
Yeah, but that was the reason. That's
why I stopped buying it. I probably would have kept buying it because I agree with you. Like he made a variety of things. He accommodated every black person, or a man.
But what I'm saying is our brands have a black brand has an expiration date.
Here's the reason why
white brands stay around. The white brands are still
same thing
here.
in television. Like a white show could get 12 years. A Married with Children, 15 years.
But who keeping the white brands around?
But you have a show like Martin, and they go 5-6 years, and they go, hey, you ready to move on? And they go, yeah, I want to do movies, because it's almost like the carrot. They dangling it, because they did it with anybody that's black and successful in it, they'll find a way to move them from whatever that is, that black people. Magic, like I always say, Magic Johnson had movie theaters, and niggas was going to the movies at his theater. And then they said, hey, do you want to get involved in this baseball shit? Yeah. Well, you got to let that shit go. And he went and get into baseball shit and let that shit go. There's no more black movie theaters. They took them all.
Yeah, I got a job because it said Magic Johnson.
No, I get that though, but that's from a. For
But
me, I just think differently. Like, yeah, I want to make more money because I'm still trying to set up I'm trying to do things for my family. Like, I love to do things for my people. But ideally, like, if I'm giving opportunities that will set my family up for the rest of their lives, that's what I'm going to do.
But your family is involved with the business, and
I mean,
not only you're doing them, you're getting. I just felt like when you saw Magic Johnson movie theater in every city, and then a Starbucks, and then whatever else he was buying, you were like, well, fuck it, I could go over there. I'm gonna go to Magic Johnson. Some black people there work there. It's black owned. I'm gonna go do that.
Ideally, what you should be thinking is, how can I get my own? Like it should be instead of relying.
Yeah, but you're not Magic.
I know. Like I understand that saying.
To your point, I think that, and I think you guys are both kind of on the same page. Is I think that's the science behind it. Is when like I said, I was inspired seeing a Magic Johnson 24-hour fitness, right? So I think that's psychologically that's what happens. When we see Sean John, we see if it lasts longer than 10 years or whatever, we're inspired. Like, oh, wow. Like, even now, I'm sure a ton of black kids are looking at Kanye West going, oh, wow, I can have my own shoe company. I don't need to have Adidas. I can actually do what Kanye is doing. So it's inspiring. And I think other people realize that. So when you remove that, you don't have that inspiration. Like, we're the only culture of people who are taught, don't tell people what you do.
Mm-hmm. You sure?
Which I think
I understand what you're saying, but, like, it's generational things. It's like we don't have money. Like you just said, well, everybody ain't Magic. So it's just always gonna be if we're oppressed, we're oppressed. Like it's not about, like I'm not mad at Magic for moving on. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm mad at the system for not allowing other people to become Magic and opening businesses and having movie theaters.
Or Magic go, okay, I'm gonna move on, but what I'm gonna do, like you say in family, I'm gonna take a family member. Maybe the motherfuckers don't work, I don't know. And you go, okay, I want you to keep this going. Because you could have did that. You could have said, okay, I'm go here, but I'm going to put some money with these black people.
I couldn't do that. It wouldn't be Magic Johnson. Like, I understand what you're doing, but, like, if that was part of the business venture and I can't have the Magic Johnson deal to get someone else, yes. But is he reinvesting? Is he really, like, it could have been, he could give it to a family member and they can open another type of theater and not be the, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
But if I have to get rid of something to get more of something to help, then that's what I'm going to do.
But he hasn't come back.
And you know,
I don't know Magic. I'm just saying, like, we should be more like that. But it's still a system in place. Like, Magic Johnson still had to work very hard to become Magic Johnson and get that type of money to be even put in that position.
Right.
So it's unlikely, like, it just needs to be more of that happening. But, like, if you're systematically oppressed, it's not going to be more of that happening. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I think a way to flip that without money, right, is retaining ownership. Right? Because I think culturally we're taught it's about money. Even when we look at the Bill Gates and all that stuff, right? And Steve Jobs, let's take Steve Jobs for example. Everybody thinks that Steve Jobs owns Apple, that he owned Apple. That man had 1% of it, right? But it's the perception that matters.
That's all that matters.
Because that's going to inspire the other kids or whatever. So I feel what you're saying, Pops, and I feel like...
No, I feel what you're saying.
No, I feel what you guys like. Like, I understand the money aspect. We live in the now. I can't worry about when I'm not here, right? But we have to understand the impact of that. Like, ownership is far more important than money. You know what I mean? Because like you said,
but you need capital to have ownership. Like, I understand.
You said what?
You need capital to have ownership. Like, how are you owning something if you can't afford to buy it?
No. I'm not talking about buying something. I'm talking about creating something and owning it, like having actual ownership of something. So like, I'm not talking about Magic Johnson having capital in 24 Hour Fitness, right? But if Magic Johnson opened up the Magic Johnson, like, it's amazing to me. No basketball player got a gym. I don't think all the, not even basketball player, all the black athletes in the history of the world, right?
No, some people are like, I think some boxers got gyms.
We don't have a chain of gyms. This would be a chain of, what's Floyd's gym called? Let's blow his gym up.
Oh, Mayweather.
Mayweather, right? I think it's one out here, one in Vegas. But that should be like 24 Hour Fitness. It should be a Mayweather gym in every city like 24
But
Hour
I think white folks and the people up top,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
when you
like,
see a Magic and he got all that going on, they going. It's like Tyron's character. I don't like that shit. He's too big. They go, okay, Magic is everywhere. How do we get him where other black kids are not going? I'm gonna open up a movie theater. I'm gonna do this just like Magic did.
Yeah,
where you take him away, and then once he's gone, no kid has that vision of going, I want to get a business like Magic.
Right, but we can't keep blaming them. Magic's a grown man.
I'm not blaming
them. We as a people, it's 2022. We all got computers. Kids know how to work computers. We can find information. So we can't use the wool pulled over our eyes no more. Like, we have to stand up and can't go, well, they keep putting up. They don't know. If they offer you some money to sell your business, it's nothing to say no. We come from nothing.
No, listen, but like, everybody got to be reconditioned their own mind, because if you still under the impression of how you should move in a society that's not set up for you, you're not gonna think like that. I understand what you're saying. Like, yeah, we shouldn't blame the white man no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all know. We all know what's up, but. Are you teaching your kid to not blame the white man too? Are you teaching your kid to be efficient in the things that they have?
I don't blame nobody.
Also, I think
you know what I'm saying, resources and shit. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, I think at the end of the day, like K-Dot says, she wants to be able to take care of her family, right?
Got it.
Set her family up for generational wealth. So I think at the end of the day, I can't speak for Magic. I ain't met the man, but at the end of the day, when you're giving him a guarantee to be able to take care of future generations, and it's a guarantee, and he's not gambling on his theaters and his name being on all of these things. Since he really cares about his family and his generational health, that's what he's gonna do.
Can I say something to that?
Why would he care about Speedy and Speedy's family and my family and all these other families?
I worked at the Magic Johnson.
Let me say why. I'm gonna say why.
And you don't anymore.
This is why.
He didn't care about you. He cares about his family.
Because this is what every other culture.
This
is what every other culture realizes, right? Is that we are taught to look at it like that. My immediate family. Other people don't look like. We seen that with the anti-Semitic thing. So if they say something wrong about one Jewish person, they ain't gotta know the Jewish person. They have to know nothing about them.
Yeah, but we're very diverse.
I'm sorry, go ahead. No, so are they though. Like,
divided.
I agree. That's my point. That's my point. That we're super divided.
I understand, but like, when I say you set yourself up for generational, now if I generationally own things, I'm setting it up for my own people as well. Like, if I want to open a chain of gyms, more than likely I need to buy the equipment from another person that looks like me, because like,
you hope to.
Right, because if I want to open these chains of gyms and I don't have any other resources that don't look like me, it's gonna be harder for me to open these chains of gyms, because these other people who have the equipment, who have wholesale, they're not looking like us. So we need to start setting us up for. I feel we need to start setting us up for generational and creating outlets where if all of us continuously are making our own money, then we're all building our own communities, our own capital.
But when do you come together?
It ain't about coming together. It's just like, if you had like your kid, and he had his kids, and then his kids have his kids. The world is gonna eventually evolve if all of us have money. Like, if I set him up to set his kid up, to set their kid up, to set their kid up, all these generations are now buying property, because they have the revenue to do it. So you have to look out for your family first. We need to set up generational wealth for our family so we all can prosper. Because like I said, if I want to open a gym, I want to buy the equipment from a black-owned person. I want to have a location in a black-owned area. Those are things we have to generationally set up.
Well, this is my only caveat, and it's nothing to do with what you say, Kate. It's just
I
know that black people make a ton of money, right? I don't perceive in my personal reality, I don't think that black people struggle because we can't make money, right? Or we
hustle,
or we don't have enough money. That's never the situation. And what I've learned in my life is it's our culture that keeps us where we're at. even people in the hood have everything they want. They're able to buy drugs,
but it shouldn't be no
cars.
hood.
No. So why is there a hood though?
Because you're suppressing.
Because you don't have in my personal opinion,
I know
we don't have culture.
We differ in opinions, like because we do have some culture. We don't have as much culture as it's just like I used to live next door to a Latin family. All of them lived in one house. They paid that house off and bought the house next door. That required money, but they worked as a unit. And now they had two houses instead of one. But it
that
was
required
in the hood.
culture, K-Dot, not
right,
money.
but like they're not detached from their culture. Like we're very detached from our culture, and that's just something like they're like at this point.
Look at Wanzer. He's detached.
It's an excuse as well.
It's like Wanzer's
because now there's resources for you to understand. But like,
what an asshole!
If you're
turn Speedy's mic off.
I can't be comparing. Like I have to work with what's now, and like I know in the society that we live in now, we need capital. Like, I know I need culture as well, and I'm investing in my culture. But in order to motivate my people who are divided and detached from their culture, I need money.
I'll tell you why I disagree with that. I'm going to use Young
Because,
Jeezy.
like, I'm going to use my money to get them to their culture so they'll understand how to game.
I'm going to use Young Jeezy as an example. And this is no knock on Young Jeezy because we all got to live and learn, right? So, but this is just perception from outside looking in. Young Jeezy made an album called... what was it? What was this? Thug Motivation 101, right? Which was basically he had $1 million on the whole table, basically showing you how to sell drugs, make money, motivating the hustlers, right? He got older, did an interview, said, that was wrong. I shouldn't have did that, whatever. I didn't teach my kids that. But you got all the money. He's able to say his family's good. He doesn't stop to think about how many kids that didn't have fathers that he destroyed, trying to get his family with generational wealth. So that's what I'm saying about that mindset of generational wealth is when we do that, we don't look at the ripple effect of what's actually happening. And this is why I think every other culture sticks together when the fire is on, because they understand the ripple effect. They understand that if I let y'all pick on this one person, it's not going to stop there.
Yeah, you're going to walk down the line.
And it's the proof. If anything happens to a gay person, they create the gay laws, right? Happens to an Asian person, they create Asian laws. It's not about that one person no more. It's about the people. So I think we have to get out of the mentality of thinking it's about me and my family, and me and my family, and me and my family. And we have to think about how does my decision affect my community of people? Because if I don't help them, if I don't help the people who look like me, I focus on my family, guess what those people are going to do? They're going to rob my family.
Yeah, because
Like if I'm a black man, I got $1 billion, and I don't go help the hood, you know what the hood's going to do to me? They're going to rob me.
Yeah.
Their kids
as soon as you come down there.
Yeah, their kids are going to get older and shoot my kids. So I might as well,
spread the wealth. Call in. I don't know the number. We took it down.
747
y'all family.
260.
You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all family.
Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? My phone. Shit.
Yo, what's up, this L?
L.
How can we help you, L? You got another joke?
Hey, check it out. So I just want to step back real quick on what you guys are talking about as far as black brands.
Yes.
So there's a couple of big problems pertaining to black brands. One is we allow the white culture to let us know what's hot, what's good, what we should be wearing, and we look at status.
Not Wanzer.
A lot of the rappers, a lot of the actors, a lot of the popular people that are influences to a bunch of people in our community. Our young people look to that and look at what they're wearing and think that that's what it is. But if you had a lot of these, black actors and athletes and people of that status that were wearing Sean John now, that were wearing Fat Form and still wearing those things, then those brands will stick around. So it doesn't start just at our lowest level; it starts at the highest level as far as what's being supported or not.
But I think when you had those brands, what happened was the white folks come in and go, "Hey, it's pretty good. Do you guys want to sell it?" And they give them a number, because you got to remember all the mother Tom Ford is still going.
Because they understand.
They never. Let me finish. But they never stop. But Sean John.
You cut me off, nigga.
Right.
Oh, you're right. My bad.
They buy you
so
out.
My point is this though. If there was the support of our black people and those brands continuing to thrive and still be hot, then there would be no selling of those brands.
Like to me, I
Think
feel.
about
I feel like even when I think of Beats with Dre, they gave him a number that he could not say, I don't want to be a part of that. And you give him the number. We're gonna keep the name Beats on these headphones. But you're not involved with this
Beats
no more.
by Dre.
Yeah, they still say it,
but
he's not involved no more.
But you got to understand this, Speedy. Look, brands, we don't see the inside of what goes on and how these brands are traded. We don't see that. We just know that the brands are there, but we don't know who owns those brands.
True that.
You know what I'm saying? Just like this whole deal that's going on with Balenciaga and Gucci. That, this one company owns like 10 brands, and Gucci and Balenciaga is part of that. So we don't see the main trading of who's owning these brands. We just look at Gucci's Gucci. Gucci's not owned by Gucci no more. The people that started it.
Well, a lot of times, what's going on with them?
You get into a business, but a lot of times you get into a business. The ultimate goal is to get that business going and actually eventually sell it and make money.
Got you.
That's what your ultimate goal is when you start the business.
And that
so
be
if that's the case,
goal.
it's not for me. If this business, like what I have now, is a business,
like,
I don't want to grow this
goal.
to sell it. I don't want to grow it to sell it. They're gonna now if it gets super big, somebody's gonna come in there and go, "Hey, brother," and it's so that they can move my black face off of the air.
Say, brother,
that's
Speedy.
the only reason they're coming
even
to buy
if you
it.
sell it, like, keep
But Speedy,
it.
you got to think about the logistics of it all. If you sell a business, it doesn't mean that you can't start another one.
Yeah.
There's no.
You're not
there's nothing that says that you can't go in and start another business. But the point is, ultimately, you talk about generational wealth. If I got a number that I know can set my family up, but yet I say, hey, look, I want to still remain part of this business, and then I can go in and start my own, and then get my family invested in that now. And then now I'm moving along. It's all about making sure you set it up the correct way.
But when I talked to my son, Brooklyn, who never saw Magic Johnson Theater, and he was like, he had a theater? I was like, yeah. He don't have it now? No. He don't give a fuck that Magic moved on to go be with the Dodgers. That was incredible for him to even think Magic Johnson had a theater. Think about that. A black man owned a bunch of theaters. If I would have said, and that's just me, I'm not saying I'm Magic, it's no way I'm going to not have my business in the community so that other black kids can see you can do this shit too. Right. But the minute you move it out
but
there,
but you know what he's doing though, Speedy? He's still showing.
No, he's not.
He's showing just to the let me finish. He's showing that you still can be in a position of power as a black man. Is just not showing it as far as his black brand.
But
I understand what you're saying.
He's just
but not,
hold on,
no,
I'm gonna hang up.
He's showing now. Listen, as a black man, he's showing that I can own a baseball team.
No, he doesn't own the team. He's part of the team. What I'm saying is the little black kid.
He's a part owner of the team.
But I'm saying the little black kid who went to the movies, to the Magic Johnson Theater, goes, "This is Magic Johnson. I want to do the same thing." But if you remove that, which they have,
you think it's small, Speedy? You think it's small?
No, I'm thinking like.
Yeah, L, you're thinking small, bro. You're thinking about the.
No, because
L, hold on. In my opinion about what you're saying, it sounds like you're just thinking about your immediate return on investment, right?
Yes.
When I'm thinking longevity, for example, let's take a brand like Gucci. Let's take a brand like Ford. Let's take a brand like Mercedes, right? These have all been around hundreds of years, right? Mm-hmm. Those are all last names.
Yeah.
Of people.
And they didn't sell it.
No. Hold on.
Yes, they did.
No.
Well,
that's where you're wrong.
Okay. Go ahead.
I'm making the point. I didn't say that. It's not the point of selling it. That's not the issue, right? That's called business. That's whatever. It doesn't even matter where you get the equipment from. That's whatever. It's the visibility of it. What you're missing, the point is they didn't take Magic Johnson's name out of the neighborhoods because of business so he can have more opportunity. That had nothing to do with it. The psychology part is so that the kids don't have a positive representation. You can go through any neighborhood in the world. Martin Luther King is going to be the most violent street.
You don't want to be there.
Now, you can't tell me that's by accident. So
I get that. I get that.
No, don't say you get it.
What I'm talking about,
I do get it.
I'm talking about the psychological warfare.
That's what I'm talking about.
Not the
I get that. I understand that. I understand it. But there's also a thing called progression, and I understand that we want to make sure we have black things in our community so that our black kids can see hey, this is something that's been around for hundred of years,
or you can do it. It's not just that, just that you can do it.
It still is being shown that you can
have a community, and at any point they decide that they don't want that community to be a black community anymore, it's not a black community, because where the Magic Johnson theaters are now is not a black community anymore. So, like,
the first thing you had to get rid of was the Magic Johnson Theater.
Here's the thing.
Am I right or wrong?
No, you're wrong.
You had to get rid of the Magic Johnson Theater.
Listen, in my opinion, you're wrong. I'm just disagreeing.
But you can't destroy
I agree
something till you get rid of the black.
I'm listening. I understand your point. I understand your son's point, and I understand what y'all say psychologically, how it affects us. Mm-hmm. But like I'm saying, like, there's nothing for us that we really, and I get him with ownership. Like I'm saying, it was a black community and it went out. But like, even if the Magic Johnson Theater was still there today and they decided, because it's still a red-lined area, they decided that they didn't want it to be a black community anymore, it would not be.
Yeah, but the first thing you got to do is get rid of Magic Johnson Theater. Okay. That's the first thing you got to do.
Speedy. I got a perfect example for you.
No, you
Let's
don't.
take Magic Johnson out the picture. Look at Shaq. Look at Shaq.
Yes, Shaq.
Shaq owns multiple businesses.
He don't own.
He owns multiple restaurants.
He promotes.
He owns.
The other one. Papa John's. That one he does own.
No,
but when he's on the other commercials, because he's getting paid. But go ahead.
No, you're wrong. He owns multiple. He owns multiple businesses.
Okay.
He owns his franchises. Those are his businesses. He's franchised, but he owns them.
Got you.
So he has multiple things. So what I'm saying is, none of those businesses are Shaq's business.
Got it.
But a kid can still look at Shaq and say, this dude owns 150 restaurants. This dude owns this, owns that. I can do that too.
Got you. Now,
so it's not
so
because he's not. It's not a black business.
I got you. No, I got you. Because same thing with Rick Ross. Rick Ross owns a whole bunch of fucking Wingstops. I got that. What I'm saying to you, as a black kid growing up, first thing I saw was Magic Johnson Theater. I thought that was fucking dope. Come on, man. So if let's say Magic said, hold on.
What did you do?
Let's say Magic decides he's going to move on to something else. Then you can still call it the Magic Johnson Theater. Why? Because that's going to add inspiration to the next black kid.
What did it inspire you?
The fact that you took it out, the fact that you got rid of it, lets me know, okay, you don't want us to see Magic Johnson had a theater.
But can I ask you a question?
Because don't get me wrong, Mercedes sold their shit to Ford and then bought it back from Ford. But Ford never changed Mercedes' name. They changed the bullshit they put in the car.
But
why did they not change the name, Speedy?
Because the name was because you're going to keep the fucking name. So you could have kept the brand. You could have kept Magic Johnson Theaters and the Magic Johnson. He just don't own them.
That could have been a part of the deal.
Yes, and that way, because what you're saying to the community or to that other black kid or to my son who just was born, who's only 18 years old, Magic Johnson has a theater. Wow, that means I could do the same thing.
Let's look at Sean John. When Sean John came out, Sean John was in a number of high-end stores.
Sure was.
Right?
He was in Macy's.
Okay. Now, Sean John is in Ross and Marshalls.
Yep.
Why did that happen to Sean John? Do you see
Gucci
in Marshalls?
Because they bought him out.
No. Listen to me.
He did.
No, Speedy, you're missing it. Do you see Gucci and Louis Vuitton and Marshalls and Ross?
I see their colors.
Hilarious.
Do you see
Wanzer
the reason why it goes back to what I said before? Because we allow the white community to tell us what's hot instead of us supporting our black brands and saying, "Hey, I wear Sean John. I wear this. I wear Fat Form.
I wore Pele because it was black as a black brand."
Yeah,
then they sold it.
But
here's the thing: it's associated with it. Like I said, you can still sell it, and we would have still wore it if he still wore it. But once he sold it, he didn't keep wearing it.
He stopped wearing it.
Yeah, so like for me,
That's
it's just like
he's no longer wearing his own brand,
right? Because he's not making no money off of it. But like then it changed. Like I liked it for the clothes, like not because
he was wearing it.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So like, if you're gonna sell it, and then when they sell it, that shit start getting more and more chunky.
Watered down. Yeah,
you
it was
know
weird.
what I'm saying?
We cheapen our own brand.
Well, no, I didn't
because
cheapen
regardless
it. Like,
of who,
that shit
regardless,
was not cheap.
Well, no, I'm just saying this is a community because regardless of who bought Sean John, the name was still Sean John.
No, but they start making the clothes different.
Yeah,
and what we do is, here's the thing, like, and what we do is we have to work. Shoes. For me, I won't even say we. For me, I'm working very hard. And you want me to still pay the same money that I was paying for when the quality I was getting?
Well, I'll jump on somebody
I'm not gonna get that.
Thank you, brother.
So like that's what happened. Like, we'll try to support, and then they'll sell their own shit. And then for me, you sell your own shit, and then I buy it, and it's not like when you was making it because you cared about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I was still wearing like Sean John today. Like, I love the velour suits. Like, it's always gonna be a change in fashion and trends.
Same thing happened with Beats.
But like
with
Gucci and Louis, it's the quality. Like, I bought a Louis belt 10 years ago. I still have it.
I feel like I won't should be at Louis Vuitton level by now.
Right. You got to maintain the quality. You want me to pay what you want me to pay for it when you wearing it. So when you wearing it, you're making it of the nicest quality because you got it on. Mm-hmm. If you sell it, cool, my nigga, sell it. I want you to be successful, but make sure they don't change what drew us into it.
You can leave that, like you said,
like I said, it's certain things that change. Like Nike, I love Nike, but Nike don't make the same shoes they was making when I was younger. Like, Nike shoes is like fucking garbage now. Like, they tear up very easily, but before it was better quality. Yeah. So some shit you just still buying because of the name. So like, now I'm buying Nike like on the premise like, I hope these motherfuckers stay together. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
It's Mike out of Ohio.
Yeah, Mike, you made L get off the phone. That's dope.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, I think ultimately what we arguing is, I think, speaks more to what Nick was saying, which is really we talking about responsibility as Black people. Like, we can't do what Gucci and all these bigger brands do as far as like selling once we create something dope. We can't do that because of what happened to us since we've been here. We've been getting short end of the stick and getting our faces removed. We built this country for free. You know what I'm saying? They always want to act like we not the dopest creators in this country. So what they do is kind of what Speedy is saying, which is get Magic's name off of those theaters or have this person sell this company that they created. But I mean, even if you look at like BET, which was, I believe, started by a Black man, Bob Johnson. So what they do is let us get that. Let Viacom get that. Let the white people take that over. You can take off Teen Summit. You can take off educational programming on BET.
Yep.
Now it ain't even music videos. It's just a whole bunch of bullshit on there. You know what I'm saying?
And this how they got Bob Johnson. They said, Bob, do you want to own a basketball team? He said, yes. Well, in order to do that, you got to sell off all this other shit. And you can come get it back, which is a great thing.
No, it's not. You know what that's called? You want to be better than them niggas over there?
Yes.
That's what that sounds like.
Exactly.
Why nobody another team?
Anybody can own a TV channel.
If you're supposed to be inspired, why we ain't inspired?
Because he don't own it no more.
That's what
watered down.
Inspiration is the money. Like, it's not the ownership now.
I get it, but like, ain't nobody teaching nobody else. So like, I'm sorry. Like, I'll let y'all finish.
No.
I just think differently. So like, I don't want to, because I'm gonna always be. Because I know how I would move, and I don't know how these people move.
Yeah, we're talking about the masses. Yeah. So to your point is, when we see Bob Johnson sell the team, right? Mm-hmm. The inspiration you get from it is, oh damn, I can make a basketball team, right? But what happens to the masses is, oh, I should go get the money, and we lose sight of. And then what happens is this, right? We look up and go, well, why is only one person owns a basketball team? And the problem with this is this: we don't have any control now. Of what's actually being produced. So we have to look past the money right now and say, you know what? Let's sacrifice the money. We can't, what we're going to do, buy more shit? We don't need more things.
See, I'm sorry, it's not the money for me. It's like, who teaching who? Like, I have my mindset because certain people were teaching me things. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
For me, it ain't nobody teaching nobody. So, like, I'm trying to teach people how to think like this, but like who else out there doing it as a culture? Like,
so that's what
like
we're saying.
who did Bob?
We
I
agreeing
don't
with
get
you.
it.
I like what the caller
like,
said.
so I was
I
just
like
like,
what-
damn, what did Bob Johnson? Who he give the game to? That's what I'm thinking.
Well, Bob Johnson, I think it was very disappointing for every black person
When
they
he
heard
sold it.
he sold to
Yes.
white people. Everybody's like,
Yes.
how are you gonna sell BET to white people?
And they bought the motherfucker down to fucking dirt.
Yeah. So why
because
not-
they own the shit.
Why not sell to a collection of black
But
people?
but to me, that was the
Like
whole
Oprah could've
plan.
bought it.
How do you
But did
get
she
rid of
want it?
BET? You
Right.
go, hey Bob, here's a
Yeah,
gang
but
of money.
But what collection
Sell
of
that
black
to.
people said was like offering to buy it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what I'm saying is for me is like, yeah, I was disappointed, but I'm like, who is Bob Johnson teaching how to get to where Bob Johnson is? So I could be a Bob Johnson, but I could have a different mindset as Bob Johnson. You understand what I'm saying? Like, how come there's no more than why is only one Bob Johnson?
Because he's chasing the bag, K-Dot.
So he ain't telling nobody how to get to
Apparently
it.
not.
It don't matter what you tell me. It's what I see you do.
See, that's what I'm on. Like,
and
I'm
I can
just
tell you how to
like-
do something. You still
Yeah,
ain't
but
gonna be
real
able to do
life
it.
is what I
Well, I
see
don't think,
happening.
like-
When I look
like-
around,
like-
I don't see no black owners. You know what I assume as a kid? Black people can't own that.
Can't own
I
that.
don't know. I guess like
That's the way I see it.
like,
And
I know
again,
I had mentors.
when we
like, you know
saw
what I'm saying? And
when
what
we
the
saw
mentors
Bob
told me, I
Johnson
did.
had BET and it looked like us. I haven't watched BET since Comic View because there's nothing on there that speaks to me
Right.
at all.
No,
and
I
Bob
agree.
ain't there. It's Viacom. Everybody know Viacom ain't. That's a fucking MTV.
Right.
Come on, man. All I'm saying, and call a great call. Thank you, brother.
There's
Is
somebody else I
Yeah,
think.
we got to call it.
oh
right
now
now.
another call?
It's a brand new
How'd
call.
that happen?
Yeah.
Caller, what's your name? Where you call from?
Yeah, this is L again.
Hell.
How the fuck you get back through?
Hey, check this out.
Nope.
I'm about to tell y'all something that I guarantee you
Nigga,
do not
just
know.
say it.
Impossible.
Just
No,
say it.
listen. I like you, K-Dot.
No, you don't.
Shut up, Speedy. I like K-Dot. I don't like Speedy. Shut up. Listen, this whole system is rigged.
Yes.
I'm explaining
Yes,
to
it
you
is.
guys.
It's definitely rigged. You're right.
Understand the whole thing is rigged.
Got
Who
it.
do you think moves it? I'm going to ask you this question. Who do you think moves the money in this country?
I know it's rigged, so I don't have to answer.
No,
that
who
question.
moves the money in this country?
We'll go white folks. How about that?
No. I'm talking about, see, some people think it's the president. Some people think it's the billionaires. Who do you think moves the money in this country?
I don't know. You stumped us.
Okay, if you guys do this, and everybody in the chat room do this as well.
No one's gonna do it, but go ahead.
Right. No.
There's one company.
I'll be right back.
There's one company. There's actually two, but one company in particular called BlackRock.
Okay.
Okay, BlackRock, they have wealth as far as assets of $9 trillion.
Got it.
Okay, this BlackRock and Vanguard. If you go like to any company, any major
Get to
company,
your point, L.
I'm trying to
Shit.
tell you. Listen, if you go to any major company and search and look for the holders
Right.
of who owns stock in those companies,
Right.
BlackRock and Vanguard are always going to be the only two
Got it.
that are in every
Right.
country. Look up
Now
any
bring it
company,
home,
bro.
L. Bring it home. Now bring it home. We got that.
Look up any company.
This nigga.
They control
that.
the wealth.
We got that.
They control everything.
Got it, L. Now
Look
bring
it
it
up.
home. Bring it home.
Wheel it in.
All right, what's your point?
What's the
I'm
point?
trying to. The system's rigged, bro.
We know that.
Nobody control.
But just
Nobody
L.
who you think controls shit.
got it. Hear me out though, L. Again, think about my son, Brooklyn. He didn't know Magic Johnson owned a theater. No kid, 18, 17, 20, knows that Magic Johnson owned a theater. But when I was 30, when Magic had the theater, I said, God damn, Magic got a theater. That's something I could probably do. Or say, hey, man, I'm going to get a theater in my community. He wasn't even from my community and put a theater there. Then he moves away. They didn't replace him with another basketball player. They didn't replace him with another black person. They replaced him with another goofy-ass theater, or they tore the theater down. That's all I'm saying. I know the shit is rigged. I'm not saying it's not rigged. I'm not telling nobody not to get their bag. When we went, Dre got headphones. We didn't give a fuck about no other headphones. All black folks was wearing Beats. Am I lying? But how did they stop? How did they stop that? They said, "Hey, Dre, here's a whole bunch of money. Sell that. Sell it to me. We'll water this shit down, and don't nobody wear Beats no more." Because the shit is horrible. No, they're not. They're horrible.
Yes, they do.
They're horrible.
No, they got a lot of radio stations that still use beats. They got a lot of people that still wear beats.
Remember, NBA players had them on, and that's what really drove them up to the.
I get that.
Well, hold on one second. Hold on one second. I think what we're all saying. We're missing the point.
Except for you.
Is this that? To your point right now, you just said that they got all the NBA players to wear them, right? Mm-hmm. Which is this. We have to change, and K-Dot said earlier, we have to change our mentality.
Yes.
Right? We have to stop thinking. Mm-hmm. I don't hear any other group of people, especially women or men, talk about a bag so much. I never hear any other culture of people say this.
I'm trying to get a bag.
I never heard an Asian person tell me I need to get a bag. Mm-hmm. They tell me I need to get education. I need to get a house. Nobody says I need to get a bag because the money is obsolete. If you listen to billionaires, most billionaires don't have cash.
Thank you for Funko.
They just own stuff. They have stocks and bonds. You don't need cash to do it. They tell you, they tell us that we need the money. Mm-hmm. We don't want. That's why Jay-Z had a comment about the money phone, putting money into your ear is stupid. Mm-hmm. Because when you get to the people who really making real money, they're not concerned about money. They're concerned about ownership and assets. Mm-hmm. Because let's say I own a boat, right? But nobody cares. Nobody wants a boat. Whatever. The economy changes. Now all of a sudden everybody rich. Mm-hmm. Guess what? Now I could sell my boat for $10 million because people have the money to do it.
They have yeah.
But if I didn't have the ownership of that boat, if I didn't have the equity, I would have nothing. Mm-hmm. And the same thing you could pass down to your kids. There's been time in American history where the company Ford wasn't the best car company to have.
I remember that.
Right?
Fix or repair daily is what it was called.
Yeah, because I remember when I was coming up and I said I wanted a Mustang, everybody was saying nobody drives Fords. Mm-hmm. So when I got my car, that's when Fords finally got back on the road, becoming popular. Mm-hmm. Now look at them. You good, K-Dot. Now they back doing their thing. So my only point is, to your point, to everybody's point today is we have to have ownership. It should not be about the bag.
I think it's visible ownership too.
Yeah, and it has to be a mentality thing that we have to understand that how much stuff can I buy in this lifetime? Mm-hmm.
Just like to me, and I'm bringing this shit full circle now. Just like this company here, it is a company. Me and my son, it's a black-owned company. Now we know you guys support because you call in, but and I'm gonna just be real. Tomorrow's the 31st, and usually on the 31st, people drop.
It's only 30 days in November.
Well, okay, today's the 30th. So usually tomorrow, people drop and don't want to pay the $5, which is fine. Again, you listen to the show for free. Hopefully you had a great time. But if you're saying, hey, man, I want to support black businesses, and we're one, and you take your $5 off and then join again on Tuesday.
Or let me take a positive route. All right?
Please do.
I don't really care if you do that or not. I understand. People got money problems, so I don't really care. As long as you watch the show, I don't care, honestly. But what I would suggest you guys do is this. If anybody has any skill that you think could benefit the show, I'm all about bringing people together and building things. Because I often see that, and this is one thing I did not want to do, right? I often see people see somebody do something and go, man, I could do that, and they start their own. Mm-hmm. They never say, how can I assist that person, right? Which I think that we have to build that part of our culture, which is if I see K-Dot doing something, if she make a clothing brand and it's popping, my mentality should not necessarily be, let me compete with her.
Let me give me some clothes.
Why not say, you know what? I love the way K-Dot got them sweaters going. I got some idea for some sweaters. Let me collab with K-Dot, and we can get this thing popping. And instead of her giving me a bag, I'll take a percentage of the equity in the company. Mm-hmm. So now I have a real incentive to make good product, to make a good company, right?
I would hear comedians go, hey, man, so I'm going to start my own podcast. And I would tell them, bro, I got a studio that's already hooked up, and we'll work with you. Just let me know you want to come through. Yeah, I'm going to see what I can do. And they never want to say, okay, I'm going to come through and support by saying I'm going to bring my shit to your shit.
Right.
And we'll all work together.
Or just say, hey, look, let me come in here and let me add this to it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got a connection on camera. So some people say I got a connection on camera so I can start my own podcast company versus saying, hey, why don't I assist these people over here who already have this going?
And as a black-owned.
And the benefit of it is it should always be equity in the company. That's my advice.
We got to get names on that. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? Who you be?
Send your picture in when you call.
Speedy, when you said that they snatched that stuff down because they didn't want black kids to see it, they didn't want people of color to see it, not just black kids.
That's what I meant. I'm sorry.
They didn't want people of color to.
Color kids. Yeah, black kids.
Okay, I'm gonna put it like this. I'm just gonna put
East Indians, nigga. Stop that shit. Nigga.
Okay, whatever. Okay. But my thing is that they didn't want to inspire anybody to do that
And
because
that's what I was talking about, Vern. Thank you.
because they're gonna say, hey, these little niggas and these little nigglets think they're gonna do something. We're gonna have to put them in their place.
Vernon, I think everybody's missing the mark, Vernon, which is
not me.
the benefit of ownership, right? Which is I don't have to capitulate to you.
What?
Capitulate, right? So this
what
is
does that mean?
what they made Kanye West do, which is basically submit.
Oh, okay.
Right? I got to do what you want me to do
Say
because.
submit,
Well, no, capitulation is different.
Everybody didn't go
because-
to Islam school.
Well, submission can be a force, right? Capitulation is I'm making you do something because you feel like you're out of options. I put you in a situation to make you feel like you have a lack of options to do, so you have to do it. Right? Versus if I say you submit it, I can make you submit. Versus capitulation is I'm putting you in a situation where you have to. You feel like you have
Speedy,
to.
your son is
now
smart.
that you gave the definition,
Right.
capitulate is more
Right, so
appropriate.
that's what I'm saying. So like a lot of black people feel like I have to get the bag because I come from the hood and I don't want to raise my family there. Everybody can understand
I'm
that.
not in agreement with that because, like I said, it's just not enough people mentoring us. Like, yeah, as far as inspiring, but you need something much more closer to home as opposed to a celebrity or someone who has money. Like, we're not.
You sound like an uncle or.
Yeah, anybody in the neighborhood, anybody in your community.
We need more Speedies.
That you want to know. We definitely don't need more Speedies.
Speedy shares all of his he's a great mentor, wouldn't you say?
No, but it's
he
just
shares
like,
all his
it's
knowledge.
just like seeing like what he's saying. Like if I see you doing something that I can contribute to, but you have to be taught that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like everything everybody's saying is based on like what I visually see. Like ain't nobody listening, everybody just watching. But like if you listen and watch at the same time, it's easier to correlate the two.
Well, I think even though Wanzer usually don't have a point, he has a point. I'll go out of my way to help any comic, even if the ones. I remember when Deion Cole first came here, he stayed at my house. Deion stayed at my house. Corey Holcomb, Courtney G. They all again because to me it's
and then
like
you gave them game, right?
Yeah,
and
I
like,
helped them out, showed them what to do.
Game.
Fox, when I first met Fox, we hung out. I said, "Nigga,
and then
come on."
giving people game. So like, but like everybody that's moving around these people,
they don't give out game.
Right. Well, I won't say that for Fox people because everybody like, but I'm saying like that's what needs to continue within our community as opposed to just idolizing or focusing on what you structurally see some celebrity or someone of some stature.
But I think it's okay to see that person and see that person in your neighborhood.
Listen, your point is always going to be your point. You right. Like you don't have to reiterate. You just saying the same thing a different way.
I don't like how you talk.
Well,
I don't want to hear the same thing 10 different ways.
You're going to hear it again.
Nigga, even if this is your show. You didn't say, it ain't 10 different fucking photos up here, you.
Because
so
Nick
we don't
won't
need
let
to
me put them up.
So we don't need 10 different explanations.
Hey, that ain't your picture over there.
But Kate, you know what I think? You're speaking from a I was going to say, I think I'm saying man and mankind, but I think in man's aspect, right? Which is you're supposed to do that. But what I have to realize this too, Kate, that I like to learn information, right? I like to read stuff. I can't just see something and go with it. I'm trying to read it. Right, but what I realize is this, and this is what everyone else realized, that most people, they don't operate that way. The masses of people, they're going to go with what they visually see. The oldest saying is you want to hide something, put it in a book, right? That don't just go for black people.
That's real shit.
They go for most people. Most people are not going to pick up a book versus a movie.
Yeah.
Right? This is why film is more bigger than the libraries, for example.
And people are lazy.
So if I know that from a psychology standpoint, and I know, like, you know what? I know that they're saying something over there, but I know if I put this image up there, this image is going to affect 1,000 people faster than these words.
But you know what? Image is by interpretation. So, like, you have to make the conversation more engaging so somebody will do the research. So, I understand what you're saying, but, like, it's
But why can't we perfect the image? Why can't we just focus on perfect? If I know that my image... How you perfect
the image if everybody's perception is still going to be different of the image? Like
how
can
this,
you
if I know that
because everybody's mind is different.
But if I know my image is going to hold more weight than my words, right? I should be conscious of that. Mm-hmm. I should know that what I show these people, regardless of what I say, what they see me do is what they're going to go with.
What's your name? Where you calling from?
Okay.
Oh, I can talk now?
No.
Nope.
I mean, you always talk. So,
go ahead, Vern.
Don't get smart.
No, what I was saying.
Don't get sassy.
I'm getting ready.
Don't get pictulated.
Hold on. What I'm getting ready to say is that A-Dot and Nick, we could take both of those ideas and make them.
Well, no, we can't because A-Dot ain't here.
It's K-Dot, nigga.
You hurt?
I mean, K-Dot.
Thank you.
If we take your ideas,
you see this
we
dude
take
here?
Nick's ideas, and we can and we could put them together, that would be a solid plan. Just like you said, if you teach your children and you teach that this is what needs to happen, and Nick, hey, I can show you better than I can tell you, this is what we're supposed to be doing as a people, things will work themselves out. But you also have to realize white folks ain't going to let you. And I did say, people, let you get too far.
We're not talking about white people.
They ain't finna let you get too far and too high up.
They can't stop you from doing nothing, bro. What are you talking about?
Really
all right, Bert. Thank you, Bert.
Okay.
I gotta come back because I want to make sure I get this point out. Lonzo Ball's dad. What's the first thing they tried to do to him? They said he crazy, he off the chain.
Laughed at him.
All he did was raise 3 young men to be a better person and to get to the league.
But you had to watch his sons, too. Like, his sons never had nothing to say. It's like what your focus is on. Like, you're saying everything is perception. Like, but Lonzo Ball said Atlanta shit. But his sons didn't, what everybody perceived was, oh, he crazy, he do this. Mm-hmm. His sons wasn't in alignment with what everybody thought. They didn't move that way. So if you watch the sons, eventually you see everybody's back.
Well, the thing I was going to say was...
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, you missed the whole point.
Okay.
Was that, to me, white folks were saying, Alonzo's crazy, he's too much, he's going to mess the kid's career up, when in theory, he raised, at least for 2, to be incredible on the basketball court.
No,
3 is pretty good. He go get there somehow, somewhere. He'll figure out. But he started a shoe brand when Nike didn't be like, that shit ain't gonna sell, and it sold.
No, they said he was crazy based on what he was saying.
Like, but he wasn't crazy.
No, he wasn't crazy. But like white people narrative wanted you to be what is crazy based on what he was saying. If you notice, not many niggas had nothing to say about LeVar Ball
because we know dads like that.
Because that was normal to us. But he was also saying like we finna get all this money like you get. He was saying shit that white people didn't want to hear.
Yes.
Well, then they put out a narrative. But if you're watching per a image, this y'all talk. The Suns, everything they were saying about how it's gonna ruin the Suns, it didn't ruin them.
Sure did.
If you watch them. None of that shit, none of the narrative that the white people put out worked out. None of the black people got on board. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Only thing that we got on board when we didn't get no shoes and he was selling shoes for $3. That's a nigga thing because like we trying to support you and now you doing some nigga shit.
What you mean?
Like who got their shoes? Like these people. Every celebrity, I think only like 2 celebrities got them big baller brand shoes.
No. I'm asking you to say what you mean because I'm sure the people don't know. She's saying that the company was slacking.
Yes. Yeah. But it wasn't ever about LeVar Ball being a bad dad or like that was a business. We fell off on business, not as a community in supporting him because none of us was like tripping off that shit.
But here's the thing. And then they get on when the black dad is not there. They'll show, the mom is struggling and the son is going to go to the league, and they want to show that story all the fucking time. Mm-hmm. A black dad in his kid's life, they go, he's too loud, he's going to mess it up for him. Why? Because he's a black man and he's speaking out. But when the mom don't have a dad there, y'all want to prop that shit up and go, so she's struggling and he's going to go.
Mom.
He's going to the single mom.
What we don't say is the long plan, right? Which is this: if let's say Big Baller Brain he comes out. Everything works out how LeVar plans it, right? All 3 of his sons hit the lead. They all play for the Lakers, and they win a champ. It's all going good. Mm. The Big Baller brand blows up. #1 shoe brand in the company, right? Mm. This is what we don't understand as a nation because they keep us divided, and this is what the other nations understand. Every single and you look at this, y'all. Every nation of people makes money from us, not making money. Not having a culture. That's how they actually make their money. Yep. So you got to think about like this is my knowledge. Granted, I don't have too much knowledge in the weave world, right? But to my knowledge, that comes from other cultures of people. Mm-hmm. The whole weave industry, right? Mm-hmm. We're the biggest consumers of it.
Yep.
Right?
Eyelashes, weave,
which is fine, but you have to understand that this is a whole nation of people that are making a living off of you not necessarily loving yourself. Mm. You understand what I'm saying? When you look at athletes,
I'm not in agreement with that statement.
That's why I made the preface that I'm not a whole. But you understand this, K-Dot. So I understand that women tell me that it has nothing to do with that, right? But on the other side of the fence, I'm a human being. I'm a person. The only thing that makes sense in my head is if I got up in the mirror and looked at myself every day and completely changed the way I look. That would do something. That's telling me I don't like myself.
No, but that's how you think.
Right, that's what I just said.
So as a woman, so like I date women. I may not have weaves or anything, But like a lot of that, what we do is we take it and make it better because we have to figure out a way to make things more accommodating for us. So some of that is about hair protection. Some of that is not about fucking your looks.
I don't understand what you mean.
So like if you're somebody who's into everything being in a natural state, you're not gonna understand. So I'm not gonna go back and forth. I'm just giving. I don't want to because I know him. I know him as a person. But like, I don't do everything everybody wants me to do.
No, but K-Dot, so if somebody doesn't like, if somebody is changing their natural state of how they look, right? Then you don't like it.
No, but I'm saying I don't like that my hair isn't healthy. So I can be in agreement with that. Or I don't like that I have this type of breakage. Or I don't like. It doesn't necessarily mean I don't like me. I don't like something that I can fix. So if it's something, it's just like a cut. I don't like the scar, but eventually it'll go away. But if I can do things to make it go away faster, I'm going to do that. Okay. So, like, it's hard for me to be on board with, like, everything being about in the physicality when, like, I know from experience because I've been around my mother or my sister or my all these different women.
So if
you know what I'm saying? So, like, but then you get a weave. And so then you notice that, like, oh, I can not only is it protecting my hair, but I look this way. I
protecting
can feel
my hair that I don't have.
I can feel good. I can feel good
That's
about
what I'm saying.
how I look with it. But like, what's wrong with feeling good? It's just like.
So why don't you? I'm not saying nothing's wrong with it. My question is. So I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to understand this. So my question is, right? Because I'm only can speak as a man.
Right.
So as a man, what makes sense to my brain is
no, that's what I'm saying. But you're a man. But
so
if somebody tells you
if I'm always wearing boots, right? Every dude would assume this nigga got a problem with his height. But now I could just be a boot dude.
But you could be. But like at that point, are you caring about what these other dudes are thinking about?
That's not my point though. I could just be a boot guy, right?
Right.
But the general perception, right,
Wanzer got boots.
is going to be that. And this is what we talked about. The whole conversation today was just nothing comes from nothing. So like I told my pops earlier today, everything has a system of where it's actually a source of where it's coming from. So when I see a woman. A black woman who I know what your hair look like because I got the same hair. I'm a black man, and you got a blonde, and you got blonde. You got a white woman's hair on your head. That tells me something is wrong with your psychology. Because if my dad walked in here with a conch on, and his hair permed to the side, we would all be looking like.
But like he's a man, so you know why he did it as a man because you're a man. But like what you're failing to realize.
What does that mean?
That means like my nigga, you're a man. Like. You're quick to. I can't tell no man about being no man. Like I know what my experiences is, just by being misinterpreted or like you think you're trying to be. But like no, I don't know. I don't know everything about no man
shit. You don't know man shit.
You know what I'm saying? So like you don't know woman shit. If I'm sitting here telling you as a woman why certain women are I'm not saying some women aren't in line with what the fuck you're saying. But I'm saying if I got statistics, I got numbers. You know what I'm saying? Which leads to facts, because if you're doing things by numbers, now I have something to statistically get it out. Then like it's a fact.
Right.
So if I'm telling you like everything isn't about like not liking myself. It's always room for improvement. We all can be a better version of ourselves.
I like it.
So let me ask you this question.
I know you're always going to be the devil's advocate.
No, I never advocate for the devil.
I'm sorry.
I don't rock with him. No. So let me ask you this question. So how come, and I'm really trying to understand, so I'm really not trying to ask you questions to go against you.
What?
Riddle
me this.
And this is from a perception standpoint. So how come it doesn't, and it could happen, this is just what I see, y'all, so calm down.
Why do men wear toupees?
How come it doesn't happen from the opposite standpoint, K-Dot? So how come like Asian women don't wear, and this could happen, y'all. I'm not saying it never happens. I'm saying as much as black women do. How come Asian women necessarily don't wear afros?
I don't know, because I'm not an Asian woman.
Hold on, let me finish this question. No, that's my point, right? You're saying that.
I'm saying black women. I'm talking about a black woman. Like, so if we're talking about weaves, because initially the whole conversation was on the premise of what we're doing as a people, right?
Right.
So like, why are we talking about Asian women? And if they would wear,
let me land. So what I'm saying is, if you're saying that you're saying that women, right?
No, I'm saying black women.
Okay, you're saying black women do this because of these reasons, right?
Right.
I'm saying from which is fine. I'm saying from my observation looking at it, I'm saying from a psychological standpoint. And here's why. Because when I look at other women on this planet, all other women who has not been traumatized, that's the only thing that you guys don't have in common with the other women, is that they haven't been traumatized and their image put down. No other woman does what we do. So I don't see Asian women, for example. I see a few that grew up in the hood or whatever. They might get braids or whatever. But I'm saying as a cultural thing, as just a regular Asian thing. You might see 1 of 1,000. But I don't see other cultures of people copying our texture of hair. Have put afros or putting thick dreadlocks.
Some white folks
I just prefaced that if you see white people, they either grow up by the beach. They either grow up by the beach or they grow up in a ghetto around other black people. They try to assimilate.
Or they do a lot of drugs.
But I'm saying it's not accepted. You won't go to the suburbs, right, and just see a block of, like, I can go to the suburbs right now in, let's just pick a city, Atlanta. I can pick 10 random houses in a black neighborhood, open the door, and I can guarantee you 8 out of the 10 black women that open that door going to have the white woman hairpiece on, which is fine. But when I go to the other people's house, I won't get that same number. So I have to ask
but
why.
are you looking for that?
Yeah.
Like, why?
Yeah. I've never seen it.
But why? Why are you looking for something outside of your culture to do something your culture is doing without you
because
knowing?
I'm wondering why my culture is doing
it.
There's a psychology behind it.
Ask
That's
the
what I'm
women.
asking.
I think it's okay.
I just told you.
If a
But,
sister
like,
wanted to
you're
do it,
saying,
go right
like,
ahead.
I just told you. I just told you a multitude of reasons why that's done, and then you still telling me what you're telling me.
You did.
I'm telling you, no. You're
did,
telling me the reason, right? And I'm giving you my other observation. I'm saying, okay,
but like
if
you're
that's
still
the reason,
saying like why? So like you're still like
why?
whatever your opinion on it now is like. For me, it's like now it's just your opinion. I can't answer your question a different way.
No. I'm not asking you to answer a different way. I'm asking you to elaborate on your answer. You said this is why black women do this, right?
I said some black women, and then I was in the course of saying like, why can't you improve on what you want to do? If you think you look better, if you're doing it for a protective state of your hair initially, but then you notice that like you like how you look, that doesn't necessarily mean I don't like how I look in certain colors. That doesn't necessarily mean I have a problem inside with myself. Like you're just like, I just don't like how I look in that.
You don't like
you know
purple.
what I'm saying?
But you're not changing the way you look.
No, you're always changing how you look. Like, I changed how I look not to look like no man. That's just comfortable for me. I don't want to do my hair.
Well,
but how come black men aren't fixing their hair to look like white men?
They did.
They did at one
Back
point.
in the day,
but
yeah.
And
they're
you know
not-
what?
but
And you
they're
know what
not
it was?
anymore.
And you know why they
Because
did it? It was a psychological hold that the white men had on us. And when we realized that, we got out of it. And what I'm saying is, I see the same thing happening with black women, and they're not realizing it's a psychological hold.
That's your opinion. Like, you know what
That's
I'm saying?
history,
Because,
K-Dot.
no, I'm not saying it's still your history. It's your opinion on history.
It's
based
your
on
No,
opinion.
that's a fact.
whatever
that
your
happened.
perception is of the fact is. Like, I'm not gonna go back and
great
forth
word.
with you. Like,
It's not first of all, it's not a personal attack. You're
No.
not defending
She not
all
gonna go
black
back and
women.
forth with
I'm
you,
not
Nick.
saying
You're not
it's a
defending all
personal-
black
You
No,
don't
it's
got
not-
the answers, Nick.
It's not a
ain't
personal
about you,
attack.
Nick.
You ain't
Like,
got the
I'm
answers,
just
Nick.
not in agreement. But when I don't agree with you and your dad, you guys
Whoa,
elaborate
whoa,
and
okay.
elaborate.
Well, let me say
and
this. Let me say
elaborate
You know we
and
different.
But
elaborate.
I know we
They
different.
get really defensive.
I'm not my
Especially
dad.
Speedy.
Because
I
I'm
said,
right.
I didn't say. I said
I'm
when I
right.
disagree
Speedy's always
with
right.
you
I'm
and
fucking
your
right.
dad,
No.
based on my two different. Like you see what you just said. Like I'm not saying you're your dad. I'm saying when I disagree with you and your dad, you both tend to like you're still your own person to me, and he's still his own person.
And then
to
they
me.
attack you and gang
But like
up on
I'm
you.
still like I can
Gay
still
up
have
on
a
you?
perception and
What'd you say?
opinion on what both of you do, and I just correlated them together.
But
like, you know what I'm
here's the
saying?
thing, though.
Go ahead.
Answer the phone. Me and Nick are different. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
I'm about to go.
Yo, this is L, man.
God damn, L, you ain't
Look,
got shit else to do in your life.
We're going to call him Laverne.
Shut up, Speedy. K-Dot.
Yes.
And allow me, y'all, to finish one thing.
We
I
will
agree
not.
with what you're saying. I understand
But
what you're
You
saying,
ain't no
K-Dot.
woman.
Hilarious. But
I
say
don't have to be a woman to understand. I don't have
yeah,
to be
you
a woman to
do.
understand.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
So look, listen. Hold on, Speedy. Hold on. 6 point. Okay, now this is what you're saying. There are other coaches that do imitate our hairstyles.
Who?
Asians, whites,
Where?
Hispanics,
Where?
everywhere.
Where? Where
I'm
is
just
it?
saying
where-
everywhere.
In,
Where?
their- in
Say
their
where?
own, in their, hold
Where?
on, hold on. In their own
Location,
country,
nigga. Location.
Where?
Nigga, let me talk. In their own country,
Hilarious.
in our own country.
Where in
You
their
never
country?
seen people. You never. What you mean? Where?
You just saying
Nigga, I gotta
information.
name the city.
Yes.
Say where
you
one
can't
more
just
time.
say something random like
Take a
that, bro.
picture of an
Listen to
Asian
what I'm
lady with a
saying.
bush.
Yeah.
You're just
Why is it?
talking.
Why is it? Hold up. Why is it that when we give you information, it got to be so specific to like? I'm telling you.
Nigga, because you
There
can't
are
just tell
so
me
many
something. You have to show me proof.
But I'm telling. What proof? I'm telling you proof.
No, you can't
You want to
tell
name the
me.
person?
You can't tell
okay,
me. You have
okay.
to
Kim
show me.
Kardashian. Kim
The
Kardashian.
fuck?
Listen. Does Kim Kardashian
Kim
wear braids?
Kardashian?
Yes. Bo Derek's most famous poster was her wearing braids.
I just addressed this. I said you can always find one or two women that appropriate our culture.
It's more than one, dude. It's a whole culture.
No, where is this? Where is the community of white women?
Listen, okay, listen. When you see white women tanning their skin, they're wanting to be darker. Do you know that in Asia that they got? Bro, listen.
We're not the only dark
people in the
world. There's dark.
Do you know that in
bro.
Asia? Do you know that in Asia, in certain parts of Asia, Japan, that they actually turn their skin black, getting their texture of their hair to look black, so they can imitate us as being black.
Where is this at, bro?
It happens in a.
You just can't say Asia.
Japan.
Where in Japan?
Where in Japan?
I said Japan.
We need a city. A city.
We need an actual source.
Nigga.
Hilarious.
That's what I'm talking about. Y'all niggas don't get specifics like that.
Yes, we do.
But you
Yes,
want
we
people
do.
to get specifics.
Yes, we do. I
No,
said
you
Magic
don't.
Johnson.
No, you
Magic
don't.
Johnson Theaters.
Man,
I said it.
you're vague.
So here's
You're
the thing,
vague.
right?
You guys are vague sometimes in
Let
what
him
you're saying.
finish,
I
and
will
then
not.
maybe it will be some proof.
I'm
Just
not gonna let it
listen.
finish.
Nah, you
Fuck
ain't got
it.
no
You guys are vague. You guys are vague when you give points. But when somebody tries to give a point, you want it to be so specific to where what city,
So you
what
want
town.
to be vague. Is that what
So you want to be vague with your
No,
information?
in Japan, I'm telling you, in Japan,
We know Japan's big.
they are doing this.
Who is they?
Yeah, who are they?
Can
Are
you say
they
this an
non-binary?
You have to
article?
say the
Asians.
Japanese, my nigga.
Are they non-binary, nigga? You saying they?
The Japanese.
That
nigga.
was racist.
How
Hey,
can we
but-
see it? How can we see it?
yeah, send us a picture.
Yeah.
How-
What's the
Go
link?
online.
Send-
Google it.
Oh,
Just
now you
Google,
want us to
Google
Google
it.
Japan.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see a bullet train.
Do what Nick does. Google it.
Nigga said I'ma see a bullet
What
train.
are we googling? El, you just
Yeah.
spilling
Do-
out.
Yeah,
Do what
technology.
Nick does.
You just-
Google it.
You just got
Give us more
all right, El,
information, man.
You
More
gotta
Nigga
go.
hair Japan. Is that what I'm googling?
El, call back later, man. You just
Yeah.
spilling out false
Call tomorrow.
information, nigga.
We'll be here tomorrow.
We need listen, y'all. Y'all can't just say stuff no more, okay? You need to have a Google link, nigga.
Yeah.
A
You
picture.
gotta have a source.
Something.
I said Magic Johnson. You knew who that was.
Yeah,
nigga.
quote somebody.
You just said Japan.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Somewhere in Japan, they look like niggas. Where? In Japan.
Look it up.
Where? Look it up.
Google Japan.
That's the problem with y'all. Y'all don't never look shit up.
Look, and this is how Corey Roberts said white people tan. First of all, you never been a white person, so you don't know. But he
Hilarious.
said white people. That's my K-Dot line. He said white people tan to look more like us. I'm just gonna say this: we're not the only black people in the world. I live next to East Indians. They all darker than everybody in this room.
Yep.
Their whole household. So don't be so caught.
Flip-flops like a mug at
Don't
the
be so
door.
caught.
Lot of
Yeah, there's a
flip-flops.
lot of flip flops in my hallway, nigga.
I know it is.
There's a lot of
Jesus
flip flops
Christ.
in my
Flip-flops
way.
Spread it
everywhere.
out.
I had to get on her. I said, yo, shawty,
Flip-a-flop.
keep your flip flops on. If they cross this tide, I'm throwing them in
It
the trash.
smells like a lot of incense going down this hallway.
It smelled like curry and spices, nigga, all throughout that motherfucker.
Now,
Somebody let me down. All down this hallway.
No,
why
no.
you niggas take a break?
Wait,
Fuck y'all go.
wait.
Nigga was hungry.
Even crazier than that,
Personal
y'all.
business.
I got an opera singer in my building.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, that's it. I'm about to.
I think I know her.
My granddaughter's birthday.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Ain't too
Does
many
her, name,
opera singers.
does her name start with a D?
I haven't seen her.
She big?
I haven't seen her. I just said I haven't seen her. Yeah,
She big? Black girl?
I just said I haven't seen her.
But black girl? She black?
I haven't seen
Keep
her.
describing.
But you heard her voice.
Keep describing her.
You don't know
she
her
got little
voice?
hands.
I can tell by her voice if she's fat and black.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
that's
that's racist.
How much
That's
air?
racist as
That's-
fuck.
How much
That-
air
that's-
is she
that-
holding
My
in her system?
nigga.
Wanzer, that's
I've never heard an opera singer.
Nobody
I don't
said-
know. This nigga, one of his senses must have upped in them ears since one of them eyes got.
I
How
know
you
what
hear a fucking weight and
Yeah.
race?
Yeah, in opera.
hear it.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, it's interesting though.
It's kinda
'cause
fucked
they
up.
have
We
to
know
practice,
voices.
so.
That's fucked up.
So what does a fat girl sound like? John Cena?
Yeah, that's
Nigga,
hilarious.
I
Oh
almost
my
choked.
God.
Stop.
Yeah, she breathing hard.
Can I
You
speak-
sound like Michelin tires rolling down the street.
Can I speak to Speedy, please?
But I was gonna ask you guys, would you guys file a complaint if you guys woke up to an opera singer?
Yes.
If you
I
what?
do like white
you
I
folks.
would if, well, depending on the times that she's.
No. If you sing an opera in
she's
the
flexing
hallway
her
of an
vocal
apartment building
cords.
So far, only on Sundays, K-Dot, and she hasn't
during the
started.
football game,
She hasn't started earlier than 10:30 that I've noticed.
I had a neighbor.
So here's
right,
the thing: you got to look in your lease because they have like noise compliance times.
Well, I'm not gonna complain. I enjoy it. It's
I'll
cool.
do it, Nick.
I ain't never heard
Go
an
ahead,
opera
Wanzer.
singer.
I had a
Impossible.
neighbor right under me. She was a
That's
concert
She was
pianist.
fat.
Yeah.
No. Skinny Asian.
You heard her feet hit the
Skinny
floor.
Asian girl. But she was a concert
shame.
pianist.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, she was down
So she played like Beethoven, like symphony shit, and I don't give a fuck what time it was. All
nobody
over.
complained.
What am I gonna
That
call
nigga
the
was
police?
like, don't stimulate my fucking mind, bitch.
Yeah,
I
hello?
hate that sound.
Hello, police? Yeah, Beethoven's playing
Yeah.
live under me. I want to come stop him.
Well, it's
The
noise.
ghost of Beethoven
It's
is
a noise.
I
downstairs.
mean, it was fucking beautiful noise. What am I gonna do?
So my nephew, Antoine, he had to move because his son runs. He was little. He run. But the lady downstairs complained so much that he moved.
I wouldn't.
And that's what I told him. I said, dude, you ain't got to go nowhere. Your son is being a kid. He can
Right.
run. But she complained, and I said they can't put you out. But she's just gonna keep doing it until you leave, and he left. But I told him, you ain't fuck that bitch. One thing I learned about an apartment building, you not gonna don't live here if you don't want to deal with this shit.
She would have heard.
Well, I'm not dealing with kids. Like, I'm not gonna deal with if you work at 5 a.m. and you fucking fast and furious your car, my nigga. No, I'm filing complaints. Like, cause I don't want to get woke up by your Supra, my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
K-Dot, I agree 100%, but I'm going to be honest with you. I feel more like my pops that I want to complain, right?
But you signed up for it.
But that's how I feel. Like, even as I'm sending the email, I feel like, but I don't have to live here.
Yeah.
Like, that's the cold part.
I've always known that living in an apartment building is going to come with
shit.
people
Roaches?
talking. Well, no, you can come with roaches. But come with people talking, kids running, somebody loud, an argument. All that comes with. So I know.
It should be a nice list, though. Like, it shouldn't be too,
No, I'm just saying, I know those things going to happen. So I'm not going to complain. So the fact that, and I kept telling my nephew, so fucking what she complains, bro. Who gives a fuck? You have a son who is 3. He gonna run. That's what he gonna do.
He gonna run fast.
So you wouldn't complain about nothing?
I'm in an apartment building.
No, like some things, like I think that is a complaint because that's a personal choice. Like
what?
You put all that exhausting shit on your car and you getting up early. Like I'm cool with let me tell you when it's
he got a Mustang.
It's too family, but he ain't driving it. He ain't cranking it up every day. Like you feel me?
The time he did, the lady yelled out the window, "Oh my God, my child is asleep!"
I mean, but that I can't do nothing about. If he not driving this motherfucker every day, this nigga was driving that's 5 days a week, 4:45 a.m.
And you complain?
Yeah, because I know the time. 5 days a week.
And you complain? What did you say? You complain?
He's working hard to get a louder exhaust.
I was just like 208, my nigga.
So what did you put in your complaint?
The exhaust is disturbing disturbing
my
me.
My neighbor has Flowmasters on his
car.
But
I wasn't the only one, so they said they had to have multiple complaints. So it wasn't just
so
me.
You had different emails?
No, that's right.
Dot K. Who is Dot K?
But other people. But it's a Spanish family, nigga. Every other Sunday, it's a fiesta at their house till the break of dawn. But I'm just like, hey.
I had neighbors like that, but I couldn't really
that
complain because
about.
I lived in townhouses right here, and directly in front of us was a house. So they had the whole yard in front of our townhouses, and it was a Latin family and. They had chickens. They had church in their backyard.
Mariachi
They
band.
had birthdays.
Quinceañera.
They used their backyard.
Yeah, they used their backyard.
And
it was
that motherfucking music.
Did you complain?
All night.
He couldn't because that was their property.
It was their property.
But no, you can. No, it's a noise order.
I used to just join their church from my window. I just sit by my window. Yes, Lord.
No, I had one
it was terrible, dude.
I just make the food was
yes,
good.
Jose?
I used to make friends.
Yes, Jose.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, I just made friends with them.
We'd love to do this. It's my granddaughter's
birthday
party.
Sad
today.
season.
Sad. So I got to go pick her up something before I get there. I don't even know what to get her, Nick. What should I get her?
A card.
Birthdays?
No. A card.
What do you think she wants?
I don't do birthdays.
It's not a boy.
So why are you getting her something?
You gonna get a whooping.
Why are you getting her something?
You want a whooping?
Why are you getting her something?
You know I can still whoop you.
If you're saying it's not a birthday present, why are you getting her something?
Yeah, what you doing, Speedy?
I didn't say it wasn't a birthday Black
present.
people lie to themselves the more I've seen anybody on the planet.
Hilarious.
We ain't celebrate Thanksgiving. It's just family coming together with turkey.
You guys can follow me at my name at Anthony Wanzer on all platforms.
Why would we do that?
I don't know why you would do it, but you
why
can.
Why are your buttons so big?
You can do it.
Yeah, them some huge ass buttons. We let you go on your sweater.
These are wintertime buttons.
No.
Yeah, the wind can't get through them.
That nigga said these are wintertime buttons.
Pistachio shells.
So they're like little fucking shields.
Keep you from getting pneumonia.
It's a big ass button.
No, I mean, you look.
Wanzer.
Go ahead. No, look at I land this. Go ahead.
I was going to say.
I'm comfortable.
You look itchy.
Thanksgiving-ish.
You look warm.
Yeah. You like a turkey with a
He do
hoodie
look
on.
like a turkey.
Like you better go sit by a fireplace, right?
Right.
Warm encampment.
You
ahead,
look like you drink eggnog, motherfucker.
on off seasons.
Hey, nigga, it's summertime, nigga.
No cup. Let me tell you something.
I've never seen a nigga drink eggnog.
I don't think they make
what's going on
eggnog
with
in
the
summertime.
fry?
In the off season.
That's a
V-
great question.
Yeah, they don't make eggnog.
I've never
in
seen a
off
V-neck neck.
The V-neck turtleneck
Kind of a
neck.
V-neck.
A V-neck.
Well,
neck,
it kind of is.
Your
it's a
V-neck
V-neck.
got a neck on it.
Yeah, your V-neck got a neck on
I like how you have it flowered out, like you,
Flowered out.
like
gotta
you a
flower it
patunda. What is it called?
a petunia.
What?
Yeah, that one too.
He said that one too. I just be like, where do you find these things?
Nigga, deep in the closet.
Yeah.
All his shit in the cleaners.
This was in the back.
This
Where did you get it
motherfucker
from,
deep.
I said, I think it's time.
A white man. A white
on out
man.
and play.
He
That's
said,
when
I
you-
think it's time.
When he laid it on the counter for the buy, they didn't have a price on it.
Yeah.
A sweater with
Nah.
a
I held it up and said,
attachment.
Now somebody definitely crocheted that. He's like,
yeah,
so they was like 2 pockets and a turtleneck. Got you.
Sold.
Big buttons. Got it.
So you
Got
about to go
it.
do poetry, nigga.
At some point, he did like this. How much is this mother?
Right. You know what I'm saying?
This will go with
How
something.
do I fold it? Do I hang this up or fold it?
Just put it on your arm, nigga.
Just bring it to the counter, nigga. Shit. You can follow me at _
Price check on 4.
Yeah.
Price check on 4.
the one with 8 buttons.
The turtleneck button shirt.
Or if it has 8 buttons, that's $44.95.
The one you can't raise your hands in.
He got a 3-button shirt with 8 buttons on it.
The one you can't ask
He
questions
said the
in.
one with 8 buttons.
He got a 3-button shirt.
3-button shirt
with 8 buttons.
with 8 buttons.
I never seen a button-up turtleneck.
I never seen spare buttons on a shirt, nigga.
It is a button-up turtleneck. Look.
Don't do it.
Don't snap
Please
it
don't
together,
do
nigga.
it.
You gonna kill yourself.
Yeah, you gonna kill
That
yourself.
motherfucker get
You-
stuck,
yeah.
nigga. You gonna die.
Straight out,
nigga.
so
Your
you
temperature gonna go
He
up.
said you gonna kill
You
yourself.
gonna kill yourself, nigga.
You have a heat rash. Put that motherfucker.
That nigga button up turned into a Klingon.
Wanzer, how do you
Take
find
me to
these
your
shirts,
leader.
man? I'd have never.
Well,
Nick,
first of all, this is not gonna come in your size, Speedy.
Right.
You can
There's a
never wear
reason
this.
why.
You can never wear this.
not
Speedy.
enough buttons on it. How did you go? This is the one.
Yeah, was it the
It
color?
ain't like they gave that to
It
you.
spoke to me.
Was it the color?
So I like the color. I'm
Yeah,
not
that's what I'm
even-
saying. The color-
not-
yeah, the
color,
burnt
I like-
orange,
Yeah,
the
I
burnt
like
orange.
the
Speedy,
color.
Look,
Speedy, I
custom.
booked commercials with this.
Impossible.
Yes, man.
So was it the color?
This shirt's
Wanzer,
been on TV.
or the buttons?
That definitely screams JCPenney.
Yeah. There's some big ass
JC.
chest
I don't
pockets.
know about
been
the penny
on-
part.
Why your
Shirt's been
chest
on
pockets so
TV.
big?
Huh?
The chest pockets, they open?
Right. Somebody
Yeah.
definitely circled your picture for Father's Day. It was like, I'm gonna get
I
dad
want one of
this.
these.
I'm gonna get dad this.
Buttons.
Okay, now this has been in commercials.
Oh, it has been on commercial.
Yeah.
Hold on.
It's a tech sweater.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
It's a tech sweater.
Nigga.
It is. Put this. It's a tech sweater.
You gotta send it to
This
Yeah,
Nick.
thing's been on TV.
Send that to Nick.
Send that to Nick.
That's
This
gonna
has
be
been in ads.
That is definitely a tech sweater.
But you had a shirt under your shirt.
That nigga's like, thank you for calling IT.
I am
How can I help you?
I'm Ted.
I'm Ted. Can you please give me the number on the back of your laptop?
Look at that.
Send the shit to
Let me
him,
send it to
boy.
Nick. Let me send it to Nick.
Yeah, airdrop it.
Y'all
Pause.
not gonna- this shit been on TV. Y'all not gonna talk about
But
me.
you didn't get paid.
Yes, I did.
Wanzer got a every kiss begins with K sweater on.
Nigga,
Every kiss begins
Begins with K and a
nigga,
button.
That's hilarious.
Go ahead. Can I give you information?
_KAYDOTT. Happy birthday, baby girl. Enjoy your day with your pawpaw.
Yeah, we pop out. Well, we ain't gonna call it a birthday. We're
Nigga,
gonna call it a
I
gathering.
wanted to get
Her
some feet.
gathering.
No.
There you go, Nick. Check
Don't-
those out.
Don't pump fake, man.
Not
Y'all
everybody
know.
see that. This shirt's made it on TV.
Y'all gonna celebrate.
Speedy is funny on everything. And Speedy IZ funny on everything. Dawn Ray Caldwell on Facebook because they wouldn't let me do it. Anyway, don't forget, man. We'll be here Friday.
We will.
Freaking Friday. Shout out to my partner in crime. My son Nick could not do the show without him. Well,
Big facts.
yeah. You know what? Next week I'm gonna do the show without Nick.
Okay, for sure.
So there won't be a show. Okay.
I'm telling you, y'all hear that, y'all? We're gonna start the month off next month.
Right. Monday it'll be nobody here. Yeah,
Nobody Monday?
Nobody Monday.
A-Dot can turn the machines on. So we're gonna let it rock out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let A-Dot, I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna turn everything on,
and leave.
and I'm out.
And leave.
a
Mike's
wife.
gonna be like, everybody
Where's the
Mike's
power
not gonna work.
button?
I'm gonna go right in the chat room like the fans.
Like, where's
Talk
the power
trash.
Be like,
cord?
oh,
This
it's a-
shit is
It's
bullshit.
a silent podcast today.
Real quick question of the day is, are y'all still rocking with Balenciaga And
I never write.
I don't know what the problem is.
I
What's the problem?
They put up a.
was very pedophilia.
It wasn't very. It was a pedophile ad because they put up a picture
Books,
of
everything.
Kids with dolls with.
Bondage
I mean, the
stuff.
bears had bondage stuff on them, and then they had a piece of paper of a court.
But they just showed like the lead designer. Everything she posts is very erotic, very pedophile, very.
Yeah, but they crushed Kyrie for posting something that he didn't produce.
Oh well, you know,
so
Kyrie's
I
black.
think we should have the same energy.
No, they
for
should.
Balenciaga.
But you know, we don't live in that type of world.
If you see somebody wearing Balenciaga, throw paint on them. You know,
I wouldn't wear them ugly ass shoes
Your sister
anyway.
wears a lot of it.
So throw paint on it. I don't care.
I'll let Maya know.
Yeah.
Don't wear it around here.
I don't really care. Clothes are clothes. They ain't got no power in them. Be honest with
No,
you.
you don't.
Well, they already got the money, so now she can just
is
wear
Kyrie
them.
playing? They let him back. Can he play?
I think Sunday.
I know the Israelites are still outside of that arena, though, so they better leave that man alone.
Right.
They call it a lot of traffic over there.
Right.
Yeah, I'm about to go. Fantastic show. Wanzer will be gone. Go back to see his daughter.
You got to see his daughter.
Beautiful thing. Spend time with your baby girl. So I'll be here Friday. I guess with K-Dot, we're gonna be freaky.
Well, let's not.
Bring your bag.
She said.
Show us what you got in your bag there, Katie.
Any suggestions to watch anything?
I told you watch Reasonable Doubt.
Reasonable
Let me
Doubt,
know
that's
on
what we
Friday what you guys think. It's a really, 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 and it's a black show. Kerry Washington is executive producer and director and writer.
Shout out to Kerry.
And my boy Whitmore. I forgot his first name. Anyway, Whitmore. He was from Living Color. He came all the way from back there. Anyway, super funny show.
It's a time machine.
Yeah, time machine. And don't forget, if you want to buy the sweater, we're selling the sweater next week. Wanzer's going to leave it here for us to sell it. If you want to buy the motherfucker to put it in your room or wear a button on something else, you can just take a button off.
Hilarious.
We out.